Yeah, where are all my people in the madhouse? I'll be a guide, climb aboard and sit your ass down. Don't worry, there's no need to fear when you hear. You know we're right here. We got the crew and we're ready for a game time. You're not ready to step inside a deranged mind. Yeah, this is what you came here for. We got machinima news and fuck yous. It's the goddamn ward.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Wordcast. I had to think about it for a sec. Every Monday, we bring you the latest in video game news, talk about survival horror, machinima, and what's going on at the Ward. I'm one of your hosts, Jazz Rich, alongside Shaun Clark.
Hi.
Alec Funnell.
I don't think I've introduced myself yet. My name's Leon. I'm a human!
You
So loud.
fuck. And Dante Comstock.
You're here too.
You're here too?
You're here too. I lost my two.
And apparently many other people.
Oh, also this guy.
The
Also,
man.
yeah. Oh,
Oh, yeah! And this guy.
You're gonna love my nuts.
It's a really packed wardcast today, guys. Watch out.
there's nuts and sandwiches and everything.
Yeah.
Alec, you honored the play of. Speaking of that clip you played,
Which
we're gonna
one?
talk about little, the sad news that happened.
Oh, the
Shaun.
man died?
Oh, that's
You wanna?
Ah, poor Sean.
that's not part of the news. Oh,
No, it's not part of the news. I want to do kind of like let's dedicate this episode to Mr. Paul Haddad.
oh,
Okay.
that
Because-
sounds
Yeah.
beautiful.
He's awesome. He's the best Leon. Sorry, Shaun.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
You know what? Just
Okay, she doesn't even say sorry to me. That's how fucked I'm getting. Damn.
the best Leon that has been paid to be Leon.
Oh.
Wow. Well,
Whoa.
technically,
They
Yeah.
should pay you. They should pay you.
Patreon doesn't count, Sean.
What?
We don't make jack shit from it.
Did you just say
Chunk.
Patreon doesn't count on the podcast?
Wow. I'll edit it out.
Yeah. But while on stuff now. Yeah, so I do have a date, April 11th, as everybody knows, because if you're listening to this podcast, clearly you know about this.
Yeah, because it's like Thursday or some shit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Thursday. It's been on almost every website that's game related. A lot of tweets, a lot of actors calling out and stuff that Paul Haddad passed away due to from what I hear, a battle with throat cancer and neurological disorders, which he was waiting for a surgery for, and there was a GoFundMe page for it. And the saddest part is that they raised enough funds, but it was too late,
Yeah.
which is sadder.
Yeah.
There's a video that's out from oh my god, his name,
Nick.
Nick. I'm just gonna call him
Nick
Kennedy. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call him
Yeah, that was like something with an A, Nick Apostolids or something. Yeah.
Apostolids. The voice actor for the remake of Resident Evil 2, Leon, has released a really deep and touching video about, expressing his feelings towards this and crediting Paul Haddad for the support he gave him to play the role of Leon. It's a really good video. I watched it. I don't want to explain what happens, but I'm sure everybody's seen it. And also, as we know, like on the subject of Paul Haddad, he also appeared for Daymare. Is it Daymare 1995?
98. Yeah.
I can't read my writing. And I wrote this yesterday, so I don't remember what I wrote. So as a testament to the old horror games, like survival horror games, they had seeked him out specifically for the role, which ended up being his last. So that's kind of a good,
Full
homage, fromage,
circle.
Yeah.
full circle.
Wow.
I don't know if
Yeah,
you guys want to
it's-
share any experiences
It's
with
kind of
this.
sad too, because like he didn't really have a whole lot of voice acting work just because of his whole health situation and whatnot. So it's really sucks that he was kind of robbed from doing what he wanted to do in that way. But it is nice to see that in the end he did get an opportunity to not only go back to voice acting, but to kind of go back to his roots and record something for like another survival horror game and kind of tap back into that fan base. And that kind of gave him the opportunity to leave on kind of a nice note. He got to get back in touch with his fans and give them something to remember him by. So I feel like that's kind of a nice thing that happened, before things took a turn.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He also.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say he also. I'm gonna go back and watch that, but he also appeared in the like the '90s cartoon of the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
He appeared as Quicksilver in there. I didn't realize that was him. And I think that's kind of cool because Allison Court was also in that. So it's like they were buddies the whole way down.
Yeah.
Buddies.
They were fire buddies.
And they're both also from Ontario. So, buddies.
Yeah, he lived near you. Why didn't you go see him?
It's not near me. It's the same province. It's literally...
Canada was like 3 blocks.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he's just, he's in Alberta. I'll be right there. I'm just going to get on my bike. I don't know which part of Ontario, but it's probably Toronto because a lot of voice actors are from there. In which case he was like 6 hours. But yeah. Yeah. You find out all these weird things.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, my dude.
Yeah, I kind of came to know Paul from a distance through just like his appearances and like interviews and podcasts and stuff like that. He seemed like he was a really sweet and just genuine kind of guy, despite all the hardship that he kind of went through in the latter part of his life. He always seemed very like kind and just high spirited and like enthusiastic about the fan base and like the survival horror community and just like the people that enjoyed what he did with Resident Evil 2. So, and you could just that really seeped through when he was having a conversation about the content. And, you don't see that very often, that typically acting and voice acting to a degree. I think voice acting is a little bit more passionate, especially nowadays, but like there's a lot of actors that are just in it for a paycheck. So it's refreshing to see when somebody is genuinely into what they're working on, and he was definitely one of those people
and part of the community and part of the fan base too. Like it's always nice to see that, and it's always obviously sad when you lose a member like that. Like he was good he was good
man.
He was good man. And I had this prepared on my phone off a soundboard that I often use, and I wanted to play it, and it's just this one.
I will always remember you.
Yeah. It was either that or the Ada, but I will never get the Ada.
You picked correctly.
He will always be honored every time somebody yells Ada wait. So,
Yep.
He made the character what it is today, and which is pretty funny. As much as I rag on Leon, the RE2 one was probably my favorite. I wasn't a fan of the other ones, so.
Wow.
The lines were good, but that's to the writers, but they were delivered in such a good way that it just made the character so much more enjoyable. And like he wasn't just some, like, he's badass secret agent man, 007 Leon. But he was just like this cop, like just this guy. And that's like the actor. He wasn't just some big fancy, like you said, voice actor. He was just a guy who played the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had hoped to eventually bring him on the show. But yeah, unfortunately that can no longer happen. But we wish the best to his family, and he's definitely going to be missed, especially in the community. And from one Leon to another, the Leon Kennedy verse will never be the same without the original. We hope that he's in a better place and with the other amazing people that we've lost, in our lives. Seems like we've been losing a lot of people over the last few years, and it's just kind of sad to see him added to that pool. But
I'm still upset about Bin Laden.
Wow!
God,
Jesus
get out!
Christ.
Good Lord!
Get out!
I had to bring back the tone back up. So here we go.
What? If he's even...
Anywho.
All right, so Alec doesn't get to say his week because he's a fucking terrorist. Shaun, how was your week?
Oh, wow.
Other than, how was your week?
Did I have a week?
First? Yes, you did.
What? Wow.
I don't know what you did, but
I've been watching bits and pieces of Disenchantment again.
Yes. That's cool.
And Community, and that's kind of it.
Wow.
As far as watching stuff, I played stuff too.
Oh.
Well, like I don't. The only time I fucking can watch stuff is when I'm going to sleep. So I don't watch anything, I guess. But I played some games. Played the games. I have another shocking update. Is everybody ready for this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
Another lifelong goal has been achieved. I platinum.
You changed your underpants?
Wow! I platinum. Dead by Daylight. What's that
Dead
game
Daylight.
called? Dead Daylight.
Fucking Dead by Daylight.
Dead Dick Day Dog Light. That.
What?
Yay! So
I
that explains-
finally
that
fucking
explains
got
it.
Dead by Daylight completed after all this time.
So we're both from 11?
First Street Fighter 5, then Dead by Daylight. Next is Yakuza 2.
Next is Teppen.
Well, I was
Doing
gonna
it.
say
Fuck
finally.
Teppen. At least I hope Yakuza 2. I don't know. I have my doubts. But I had doubts
Listen,
about
are
the
you-
other two, so I don't know. Anything's possible.
Exactly.
You just gotta
But-
believe.
But remember, Sean, put the gambling until later. You got plenty of time. Yes, you can. You can go back to it endgame.
But I'll forget.
No, you won't.
That's what I do.
But I have to like, I'm following a guide because everything's in Japanese, so, like, it makes it hard. And plus, what if I don't do the gambling and it doesn't trigger, like, a certain thing to happen because everything's so goddamn specific?
I guess you're just gonna have to gamble.
Well, check the guide and see if it's a prerequisite for any other fucking sub story. That's usually what I do.
It's a lot of
Ask a
reading.
Listen,
Make make pen pal friends with a Japanese guy and be like, hey, I do this.
What's the point though? If I'm gonna go through the rest of the game and get the platinum, I'm gonna have to do it now or later.
now or more than ever.
At least now,
That was last
if
week,
I
dude.
can't if I can't get it now, then I'll know to just give up. I won't have wasted all that extra time.
I mean, listen, you'll be at least doing other things in the game than staying stuck in a corner, getting frustrated, and then later on, you could still get there, and when you're near the end of the game, when you can finally do anything, you saved your game. You can get back to it when you feel like it. That's what I'm saying. That's why I offered that.
I will never feel like it though. It's just gonna be dread.
I'm just saying.
We'll see.
I'm not gonna.
Dread.
I'm not gonna stick on this too long, but I there is a way out of this to at least get progress made and not stay stuck in a corner and never finish it.
Well, all I know is it sounds like I got plenty of time before he reaches platinum
Wow.
12.
Probably.
Alec will finish Yakuza 0 before Sean finishes Yakuza 2.
That's Well, I don't know. There's other games I might get to, but we'll see. But yeah, hopefully I can get that done. But going back to what's that game called? Dead by Daylight.
I was about to say Teppen.
Wow, fuck you.
Wow.
I've been done with that game for a long time. Give me my goddamn credit. I dropped it. Okay, I got out of my addiction. Be proud of me. But yeah, I was just playing, grinding out my fucking healing other people trophy, assuming that it was never gonna pop. I was doing that while I was editing the podcast, and then just boom, like unexpectedly it pops up, and I almost fucking had a heart attack because I didn't think it would ever happen. It was so beautiful. But then the dread set in that I fucking needed one more trophy. I needed the killing all 4 survivors by your own hand trophy, which is a thing that totally pisses everybody off. Like all those survivors, like when you do the killing by your own hand instead of putting them on the hooks, people get pissed and they tend to rage quit. So getting that I thought was going to be a fucking nightmare. But I got it on my first try. Like, not only is that just hard to do in general, like getting everybody and killing them without the hooks, but no one fucking quit on the first try. It was a miracle. One of the few good things that happened in 2020. But yeah.
I nearly forgot about Excusey.
What?
Oh, me and Jazz were playing Dead by Daylight, and some person that we were playing was like, "It's squeezy, it's squeezy!"
It was
every
definitely
5 seconds.
Still, and he kept yelling every time Freddy was coming after him.
Oh.
That's all I think of when you're like you're talking about like killing them with your hands. I just picture this kid kicking in the air going, Miss Squeezy, Miss Squeezy! And me and Alec are like crying fucking tears of laughter.
Wow. I've also been playing a lot of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Holy shit, that game is really good. It's fucking incredible. Another remake that seems like it'd be impossible to be able to do in a satisfying way, but they actually managed to pull it off.
Yeah, can you believe that Wardcast a few months ago or weeks ago where Shaun was just like, oh my god, I can't believe the game isn't complete. What the fuck is this? This big size data?
It's still a problem. But no, like there's good and bad, obviously, but for most of it, they delivered. I mean, the game looks incredible. It looks fucking amazing. One of the best looking games out there for sure. Soundtrack is amazing. They remixed a lot of the original score to great effect. Like the way that they remixed the music was just very, very well done. The soundtrack is so good. And they added some new stuff that was kind of thematic to the original stuff that was also really good. Just everything was really well done. Characters are pretty true to the original, which is good. They even pulled off the Cloud cross-dressing scene. Like,
oh boy.
Yeah, they not only did they keep it in there, but they actually did it well. Like they did it in a tasteful, not super censored or dumbed down way, and the way that they handled it, they kind of like turned it into like a new kind of like interactive experience. And I don't want to spoil anything in terms of that, but it was fucking amazing. It was like the best part of the game. It was great. Dante, I think you're gonna appreciate it specifically because of Yakuza.
Oh no! I'll have you know, like there are some games where I'll want to get it, and then there's some games that I'll peek from the sidelines to
so
see
you
if
know
I
about
really
it.
want it. Yes. Oh
Isn't
my
that
god!
fucking incredible?
It's oh my god! The whole like before they did that whole sequence, I was like, damn! Oh my god! Yes.
Yeah,
and
just
then
as it was playing out, I'm like freaking out the whole time because not only was I not expecting that, but as a fan of that kind of like, I don't want to say things to spoil anything, but it just it's my kind of shit.
Yeah. One of the comments was pointing out how it was like really similar to one of the final sequences in Drakengard 3, just easier. Well, I'll talk about it more later off podcast, but they were saying it's like that, but dancing and less life-threatening. I'm like, yeah. I'm in love with the fucking track that plays for that. That's like, it's got like some deep house kind of vibe, then mix it with a little bit of jazz too. I'm just like, fuck.
Just everything about that scene is incredible. The effects and like the colors and shit, just everything that is happening in that moment.
And some of the characters' reactions.
Freaking out about. Yeah, it was so good.
Oh
they
my
need
god.
to make a spin-off game that's that. I would die. It'd be so good.
Wow.
But yeah, definitely fucking Final Fantasy VII Remake is incredible. But yeah, again, like we talked about, or did we talk about the potential censorship on Final Fantasy? I feel like that came up a long time ago, but I think that was more about Tifa. Like they constrained or restricted or whatever her boobs so that they don't jiggle, which is really weird.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because like one of the characters in there has a fat belly and it jiggles. It has physics, so it jiggles. So when that's jiggling and the boobs aren't, it's kind of like, what are we doing? It's like, if you just want to keep that out of the game entirely, it's whatever. I don't need the boobs to jiggle. It's not going to ruin the game for me. But when I see it in some places and I don't see it in others, it just makes me go like, what is happening? Like, do a thing or don't. What? It's weird. But yeah, very, very good. Very good. Go support Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's the shit. My only concern is just how they're going to be breaking things up. The way that they handled this one with it essentially just being in Midgar and removing everything else for the other games, like, it works, and they did throw a lot of extra content in there. I'm not done with it yet, but once I'm done, it'll probably be around 40-hour-ish mark, like right around there, which is not bad, considering. But when you compare that to what the original was, like there's so much missing content. Like it feels like a different game because like in the original you had the open world and you could go all over. There's a lot of freedom. There's tons of towns and secrets and characters you can find and all these things that you can explore. And you know, when you're leveling up and getting all these things, it's like you're building out these characters across a really long adventure, and you don't feel that at all in this game. So that kind of sucks that that's kind of removed. But I just wonder how, since we're going game to game to game to tell this story, like how are they going to handle that? Do your characters carry over? Like, do you keep your levels and your experience and your items? Like, can you go back to the areas that you explored in the first game in the second game? Because in the original, you know, you go back to Midgar, or you can go back there and do things. So like, what does that look like? It just, I don't know. It just brings up a lot of questions, and it could go south very quickly on how they address that. So I hope they don't fuck it up, because it is a really strong start.
Right. Maybe, I don't know. This is just wild imagination working here. Maybe the base Final Fantasy game is what's there, and then every other game is like, you know how like you install Resident Evil 3 or Resistance, but they're on the same disc kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe like you install the next part of the game onto the base game, and then shaboom kind of thing. I don't know. It's a theory. I don't think that's going to be the one, but that would make sense.
Yeah, I hope they do something like that, because if they are like completely separate experiences, I think that's really going to break the immersion. It's just going to feel weird. Because that's part of the whole point, you know, you're taking these characters and you're going through one long journey. And if you break it up and you completely separate them, you're going to lose that. And that would be unfortunate.
Right.
But yeah, it's really good. I'm surprised at how much I ended up liking it. And then I can't remember if it was last week or this week, like maybe over the weekend, but Jazz and I played some Resident Evil Revelations. Was it last week? I can't remember. We didn't play it for very long.
No, maybe it was Sunday. I don't know.
Yeah. But we did a little bit of raid mode. I want to get that damn platinum at some point, but it's such a pain in the ass. That is not an easy platinum by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, like playing with you while you're trying to get the platinum just makes me not want to get the platinum. Wow. First of all, I can't even get through the campaign on like hard, let alone fucking like suicidal or whatever the fuck that setting is. Suicidal. And it's just like the one that you were doing in raid mode, when like every time you got hit, we're like almost done the whole level, and you got hit and you're like, fuck, and I'm like, where we restart again? And you're like,
honestly, we just need to grind a little bit, get higher levels, and then we can just kind of like, if we do it together, one person can just run through and do all the things, and the other person can kind of sit back, and then we can do a trade-off. Like, I'll do that for you, you do that for me, and then there's some levels that you almost have to do it that way, because the odds of not getting hit a single time in some of those missions is fucking very unlikely.
Going ham with a knife right in everything's face.
But yeah,
so we'll record it next time.
The big concern on that is like the ghost ship, where you have to go through the entire campaign in one run, essentially in raid mode. Like and then fight the final boss and win and get all the medals. Like that's going to be the hardest thing. And then just the whole grinding process of getting, you know, the S ranks and all the medals. It's just kind of a pain in the ass. But once you get past those two things, I don't think the campaign's really that difficult. I mean, once you go through it a couple times and you know where the enemies are and whatnot, I'm
gonna record how many times we play the same levels to get one trophy, and how many times I'm trying to kill Rachel before she gets to the cafeteria on easy mode, and then I'll release that, and that'll answer where episode 4 is.
Wow.
You know how much I'm playing the game for other reasons? It's fun, but it takes so much work.
Yeah. And plus, you're probably a little bit burnt out because you're playing it a lot to capture and, you know, machinima.
Plus, I'm trying to play it for fun, too.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
But yeah, that was once a year. But yeah, that was my week. I worked on a couple things as well. Nothing big enough to do an update about, but a couple Resident Evil related projects I'm working on. They're coming along pretty good. And episode 13 has made a little bit of progress. I'm a little bit closer Two things happened in that regard, but again, no episode 13 updates anymore until I'm telling you that it's done. So as far as like a legitimate update goes, because we've gone down that road so many times that I just want to have it done and bring you that good news when I talk about it. But yeah, it's things are happening, and then I'll probably kind of dial it back a little bit on playing games to spend more time working on stuff, because I need to get that going a lot better than I have been. I need to get more machinima up there, and I've been sitting on all these Let's Plays and other videos for so long that I just need to upload them, and then boom, there's content, but I haven't really gotten around to it just because everything that's been going on. Fucking voice, stop!
I think you need to tell your job that you have coronavirus. And then
if I sound like this, then they'll believe me.
There you go. That box yesterday gave you coronavirus. Now you have to stay home and work on everything you want to.
Yeah, but I need to save up as much money as I can for when the apocalypse hits,
Patreon.
Patreon.com/thewordproductions. Help me survive. Then I can work from home and be safe.
Same.
Except when you order pizza.
Oh, wow.
With pepperoni.
Yeah, that's my week. That was a long week. I'm sorry. Your turn. Alec, how was your week?
Well, in the honor of Paul Haddad, after that long week, I just feel like...
Shut up!
Wow.
There we go.
Wow.
He didn't say Bin Laden.
Don't make me cry about that again.
In honor of Paul Haddad, says the person that brought up terrorism in his memorial.
You bastard.
You bastard!
Did you call him a castard?
No.
Yeah, he's a podcaster.
I heard you castard. I'm like, that's a bastard from the podcast.
You fucking Pascade.
Right, okay. My week, I didn't really play a whole lot because I was too busy video editing.
Wow, you hear this, motherfucker?
Oh, some shade being thrown here. It's getting dark.
Yeah, but I did play Shadow of the Colossus.
Wow.
It's a visual pleasing game to the eye. Tutorial is bare minimum. It took me like 20 minutes to work out how to climb the ivy at the start. It tells you press X to jump, but when you climb to the top of the ivy, it doesn't tell you to hold X. You just think, what? Screw it. So I nearly gave up on it there, but then I tried it again. And I managed to kill two colossal big giant dudes. And while I was ending their lives in a miserable thing, it just reminded me, like, why am I killing these sweet, tall, giant dudes just to save the bitch's life? I mean, she's already dead. What is the point of this thing?
Murder?
But, yeah. I'm not sure if I carry on the game, but at least I got past a bit where I was getting annoyed with it.
I miss games like that. They remade it well then, because that's how the original game was. Back when games actually challenged you as a person to use your brain and figure things out and kind of problem solve.
Yeah.
That was always my thing. Like, back in the day, people, typically parents or whatever, would complain, oh, video games, they're bad for the kids and they're going to rot their brain. Blah, blah, blah. All that shit was flying around. But it's like, at that time, video games actually challenged you, and like they were educational. They helped you problem solve and have learning skills, and like you had to figure things out. And it actually challenged you, and I think it made you productive in that way. And now that all that's gone, and it's just, hey, go from point A to point B, follow this arrow, whatever the fuck. It's like, it's become that. It's become a mindless thing. It's essentially a movie with some playability in it, because you don't have to problem solve. You don't have to think about it. You can just wander through and get to the end, and you're no better for it, really. And that's kind of sad that we lost that. So games that are like that, I think, are welcome, in this current state of video gaming. I hope we see more of that in the future.
Yeah, I mean, I get the whole appeal of games where you're not handheld to be pointed to everything, and that's fine. It's it's nice and fresh after a little while. But I have to think the story, it's not hooking me in at all. It's just like, oh,
Yeah, I don't think
I'm
there's
on a
any
horse.
story, yeah, really, to that game.
I'm in a temple. I'm talking to foreign voices, and yeah, now I've got to kill giant things.
That's how my life goes every day.
Kill giant things. On a
And
horse?
talk to voices.
Oh.
So yeah, so I gave up on that, and I played something more fun to me. And that was Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker.
I thought you were going to
of
say
course.
Project Resistance.
No.
Or, God damn it, I mean Resistance.
That is not a game. That is shit.
You're not wrong.
If you saw the video I've been working on, then you would know what I thought about it. Anyway, so I played MGS Peace Walker. I started it again as I was generally quite shocked that you could still find online players to help you with the missions. I'm like,
Seriously?
yeah.
We're talking about like the PlayStation 3 one,
Yeah.
right? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I was shocked. I was like, oh, okay. I don't actually need the help, but sure, fine it. Fuck it, why not? So yeah, it was nice fun. I mean, I've really did the platinum for it like years ago, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's just play.
Well, then
it.
just throw it in the trash. Who can?
No, Metal Gear.
Whoa. I'm kidding. It's
Metal
fine.
Gear.
If it was Street Fighter,
An
then
actual
yes.
Metal Gear game.
A fun one.
Yeah.
It's not Survive. Survive can go suck my dick.
Seriously.
Yeah. I was going to play the original Resident Evil 2, however, I kind of got caught up with video editing because I was so close to finishing it. So Alex just kind of took over playing RE2, the original, and yeah, Alex was all over the second malformation of G, the theme song, and it's just like... It was like...
That was my
nuts.
alarm today.
And yeah, it was just nice because hearing the original sounds and the music and the original voice actors and the general feel of the game, I was just like, God, I missed this.
I can't
beautiful.
play that game because of RCS.
What?
Wow.
What? I can. I mean, if
I
I
just
can,
see this
anybody should be
RCS.
able to.
I mean, RCS is not funny.
Wow! Shots fired!
Evil. Okay, let's wrap it up. I watched up to the end of season 2 of Dragon Ball Super.
Still going.
Is it better or worse than Smallville?
It's a lot better. I'm not falling asleep watching it, so...
Dante, do it. You bastard.
Oh, you bastard. Right.
You bastard!
Thank you.
Wait. For the longest time, I thought you were watching Supernatural and not Smallville.
Oh my god.
I just want to point this out right now. Huh.
That Supernatural episode with Clark Kent.
Yeah, I love that one.
Oh.
It's so good in the Kryptonite. Yeah.
Fucking A.
Oh,
How did you confuse those? It's fine.
Don't ask.
well, now you reminded me that I've watched Smallville. I'm going to sing his song.
No, God damn it.
My life is shit. My life, is, shit. My love still snores. I shot an angel. Of that I'm sure. She flipped me off on a subway after I slept with her man. But I won't lose no sleep on that, 'cause I gotta die as a Pam.
Wow.
You're pitiful.
Oh my
You're
god.
pitiful. You're pitiful, it's true. I shot your face
Okay.
in a crowded place.
All right. I thought you were going to go in a different route anyway. I thought you were going to do the somebody say.
Yes, somebody say.
I fucking can't even. I was like, my life is shit. And then the chorus came in. Motherfucker.
Yeah. Dante, your turn.
Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening me, Galileo. Ta-da.
Jazz, how was
That
your
was
week?
not even trying.
Thank you for joining us. This has been episode.
What?
Episode
Okay.
what? A Wawa?
Well, it was just another week of just, hustling. Well, my classes were already back. Fuck. More working out and more getting my schoolwork done while throwing my head against the wall and chafing it. I played a little bit of Resident Evil 6 with Jazz and Diz. Diz and I finally got to make some progress on Jake's campaign after being stuck in chapter 2 for weeks. We managed to we got 2 chapters done in a row, which is like phenomenal because Diz only has the attention span for 1, and we managed to get 2 in. So that was great. Jazz and I played a little bit of Ada Wong's campaign. I was secret agent, and it was fun, but it was also a struggle because after I found out the hard way, agent doesn't get any rankings. Like whatever you get, like if A, S on another difficulty mode that you haven't played already, doesn't matter because doesn't exist. Agent doesn't exist. He's just there for emotional and combat support.
No, he's just there to shut up the fucking people that complained about Ada not having a co-op partner. He's like Sheva,
yes.
Only worse.
Yeah, literally can't do anything. Can't open a briefcase. Can't open the door. He just fights.
I had to reload his gun for him. That was great.
What?
Yes, I couldn't even reload my gun, bro. I was like, Jazz, I need to reload my gun. Yeah, she's like, you can't reload yet. What? Fuck! So, yeah, I also ended up doing what I was going to do with Resident Evil 3, and I played it 3 more times to get like most of the other records, which was basically like, I know, like I played it 3 times, and in that time span, I could have done a whole Resident Evil 6 campaign. Wow. Yeah. So I was doing a lot of the killing enemies. All that I have left is to kill them a lot with the grenade launcher and a magnum. And then I also did the no item box one and trying to do it under 2 hours, which I didn't realize how bad the item box was when I realized you couldn't get rid of your weapons. I'm just like, oh no, it's so crowded in here. Because I did most of them on assisted, because if I really wanted to what? Hey, listen. If I want to do a legit run, I'll do it on like trying to get like an S rank and all that shit. I'll just do it on the other modes where I need to do it on. But no, man, I'm not trying to do that right now. So, yeah, I did that. And then on top of everything else, I played Resident Evil 2, the original, just like Alex did. I had a whole stream for 7 hours because I was trying to actually just do note taking, because my update is I'm writing the script for my Resident Evil 2 spood. I was also trying to do one for the GM18 project to write their season 2, but my fire was more on Resident Evil 2. Fire. So I'm 20-ish pages in or something like that, and I found out that at least 50% of the random shit I was spewing off the top of my head is in the script. And I'm just like, damn, I was saying 90% of what the shit I was saying was not going to be in the script because it was just so stupid. Like, some of it wasn't even good stupid. It was just stupid. I'm just like, shit.
Stupid with 2 zeros?
Yeah, with 2 zeros.
That's not how that works.
I got ravagely destroyed by William Birkin. I didn't save at all when I was doing Claire A.
Oh,
so I was just like,
what? You didn't save? What?
Yeah, I couldn't save, and so I lost 1 life. But it turns out I had a memory save
one
data.
Life? What is this, Mario? What?
I had a Leon B save, so I was able to like just load that up. But then I realized there was only one thing that I did differently on that save file, which was activate the BOW spray. So I come back to Leon B. I'm like, damn it, you idiot! They're stronger now! And I was getting harassed by the fucking plants. I hated the plants. They were poisoning me to death.
Well,
but I did it.
That is the fucking remake plants, so be thankful.
At least you didn't get killed by cockroaches.
Oh, God.
Okay, actually, that was a concern, because I think it was either Ada or Sherry, but they were literally on my ass while I was just trying to walk across the fan, because I took a second longer, and I'm just like, this is bullshit.
Yeah, I died of Sherry and the fucking cockroaches.
I was worried I was going to die to
feel like
Sherry
that's
from
a
the
glitch.
dogs.
I don't think it's possible.
I would find it. I find the glitches all the time.
Yeah.
Glitch Raider.
Wow. So I did that, and then I watched all 3 CG movies of the Resident Evil. I was literally on top of just like really getting back into the Resident Evil media. Like I'm trying to get my brain fully into Resident Evil. So I'm just writing my script and watching all that, and that was fun rewatching it. I haven't watched Degeneration in years. like probably since it was originally out, probably. That was at best. And then the only thing that I really stayed consistent when I go to Degeneration was just watching the bloopers. Because Leon's fee is way too good. Really damn good. And yeah. I watched a lot of Resident Evil. There was a lot of Resident Evil in my week. You could say my week was a biohazard of evil residents.
Context.
Yeah, I think
had a
that's
biohazard.
yeah, I had a biohazard.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think I really did anything else that wasn't Resident Evil or school or working out other than that. So yeah.
Did you say spool?
Spool?
Is that like a
No.
spood of school?
No.
And since
Okay.
you brought up Resident Evil 3, I just want to make a note here that when I did my no item box run, I did that
You did it
without
on
the bullshit.
normal.
I did that on I did that on hardcore, and I did that
Wow.
with no fucking starting out with extra inventory or special weapons or anything. So you
Well,
can
you
eat my
can't.
ass.
You
I did
can't
it the first game I ever played.
you
Yeah, but you
can't
did it on
do the
easy.
Doesn't matter. I still got it
does
done.
matter.
It's fine.
Actually, Dante, you're right, because then you can't actually get them.
Yeah, because if you open the box for the extra items, you already failed. So you have to do
No.
it without the extra items.
Well, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. I thought you were talking
Yeah,
about the extra
Damn it!
inventory
think of that.
pouches, because those
No,
are just
no.
kind of sitting on the side there, so you can get those. But
Yeah,
I did not. I
but-
didn't unlock those at that point. So yeah.
But
Well,
do you know
no,
who
you
got
don't.
the platinum first for RE3? Fucking me.
You know who was working
Wow.
that week?
Him.
Do you know who doesn't give a shit? Fucking me.
Wow. You know the other thing that was still like fucking bullshit, the whole fucking can't use an herb or whatever. Like I realized it was fucked because you have to use an herb when you get attacked by the drain DMOs,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's it. All right, guys, good luck. Don't use an herb. Don't heal. I'm like,
Just be puking with the parasite the rest of the game.
yeah. So I'm just like,
Puke
that's
on Nemesis' shoes.
Could you imagine going through the entire game walking at that slow pace? I wonder if it's
Yes.
No.
possible.
well, sure on
I've
PC
played
when you have
Resident
times
Evil
2 speed
Wow.
trainers.
That's not what I meant.
But yeah, Jazz.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. What?
Are you weak? I mean, how was your week?
Wow.
Yeah. How was it?
Average.
Oh,
Monday, I kind of just held my head. Tuesday and Wednesday, I stayed in bed. Because, yeah. Thursday, I watched The Walls instead.
What?
And then it was Friday, and I'm in love.
Oh God.
God.
Yes.
I want to be more like Alec when he grows up.
Annoying.
I ain't never growing up.
I'm older than him, so I have to be like him when he gets my age. So, but for real, my week was good. It was alright. The start of the week was good, and after that, it was kind of shit. But I watched a lot of movies because once again, not doing anything. Some of the titles that I remember watching were like Poseidon, which was pretty good. Just a movie about a boat. And then I was gonna watch Titanic because usually when it comes to the yearly anniversary of when the actual Titanic sank, I watch the movie like at the same time so that it's synchronized when the ship went down.
That's kind of twisted and fucked up.
No, I have a lot of books on Titanic. I have the movie. Both movies because Asylum made a sequel, which
Yeah.
was the funniest movie in the world.
Leonardo drown.
Yeah, little Leo. And I have like the series, and then I have the older movie. So I always remember what day it went down because I read a lot. and then I'm like, oh, I'll watch Titanic on that day. But this time I was watching Poseidon, so it works.
Do you have the animation movies or Titanic?
No.
What? There's an anime about the Titanic? Give it to me.
Yeah, animation movies. Yeah, there's 2 of them.
I heard
It's
about
like
it. I heard about them, but I don't have them. I was still
Wow.
working on stuff.
It's
I
a
figured
proper
you
What
were-
Titanic fan are you?
I was
Hey, I
feeling
have-
you were.
I have a Titanic Transformer, so I still win.
Jesus.
That's true.
Does it
I was
transform
gonna
into
say-
water?
It has the weapons are
God
icebreakers.
damn it, that was a
It has
good joke. Fuck you.
It has a fucking propeller on the back, so yeah.
What?
I was
When you
gonna
turn it
say
into a ship, it has a propeller.
that Jazz drowns herself in Titanic merchandise.
I do. I want to get the gravy boat. It's literally like a sinking Titanic that pours gravy.
Good gravy.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so. It better be.
I would hope so too.
Is it maple gravy?
Does it have Celine Dion in the background singing?
It can be any kind of gravy. I don't have the boat yet, so it's just gonna be maple syrup. That's Canadian gravy. What else did I watch? I watched Carriers because appropriate. Yeah, Chris Pine. There's a
Yep.
pandemic. It's great.
What are the
It wasn't
characters?
as
There's
bloody
zombies.
and brutal as I expected, so that was kind of upsetting. And then I just yesterday watched a movie called The Walk, and it's about the guy who wire walked between the 2 towers, like right as they were being finished in the 70s. The
Ooh.
movie is a really good kind of love letter to the towers, and then I watched videos of him like explaining how he felt on September 11th and all that. And turns out he actually trained the actor who portrayed him in the picture to do the wire walk. So it's a really good movie, and you should watch it.
He should have did the wire walk during 9/11. That would have been way more
Damn.
impressive.
Oh God.
He would have
Just
made
thinking
it.
about it makes me want to die.
Everyone's just I'm not gonna go there.
Well done. Well done, Matthew.
Well, now we can
Well done.
finally forget about 9/11 because now we have the fucking COVID pandemic of 2020.
Yeah, people are gonna be like 9/11. I was
Yeah,
still
that
indoors.
wasn't shit.
Yeah, nobody would have been at work. Oh,
Oh wow.
Wow.
If only this pandemic could have happened before
I don't think I'm the
9/11.
evil guy anymore. I think Jazz is turning evil.
Jesus
I'm the
Christ.
evil. We used to be a British colony, so why not?
It's spreading
This
like COVID.
This gets worse every second.
It could actually be not it could actually be, what the fuck am I saying? You actually made me think when you said like, oh yeah, if COVID had happened in 2001, because I read a tweet from Mark Hamill saying that last month was the first March without a school shooting in 18 years. So,
Yeah.
Damn.
and
Oh
people are
my
commenting like,
God.
oh, so schools are killing people, not guns.
We're in the school system, the education
And somebody's
system.
like, but the level of people playing video games increased. How does that make sense? So yeah, that's pretty fun. I did watch other movies, but I honestly don't remember. I watched Disenchantment about twice.
Jesus.
Just twice. I've been slacking. I've been watching a lot more iZombie because I finally caught up to where I was the first time, and now I'm watching the new stuff I haven't seen.
Sounding
It-
good.
Oh my god, yes. It is probably my favorite zombie show.
What?
Or like movie or whatever. It's so funny.
It's better than Santa Clarita Diet.
You know what? I really, really like Drew Barrymore, but Santa Clarita Diet was too short and it ended just like it should have continued, but it's not going to.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No.
They I think the show was they said like they were ending it there because it was I don't remember why they I looked that up a long time ago, but Santa Clarita Diet is really good too. But iZombie, like for a prolonged show that's still going, they always have like the shit that they bring in to like, you know, oh, we need to prolong the show, but we need to like do a big plot twist or something. Like it's always good. And I don't know if you guys know the concept of the show, but like she eats the brains to help solve the murder of the person. So she gets like memories and starts acting like that person.
Oh, I remembered this now.
You would think that you can go, yeah, it's like based off a comic, but you would think that like they can only go to so many types of personality brains that she could eat, but they always manage to have a new one. And it's really interesting that like I don't even know what fucking season I'm on, but it's still funny. It's still interesting.
It sounds like True Calling, but with zombies.
Maybe. I don't know what True Calling is, but if it's like that but no zombies, then yes.
Shaun dies every time.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I don't know my True Calling.
It's got Eliza Dushku.
Oh no! She shot me once.
What?
What?
Bang bang. I went
She
down.
shot me in a dream once. So I had a dream I went to a convention, and I was really excited to meet Eliza Dushku because Faith is like my favorite Buffy
She
character.
shot you.
And I just went up to her table and I was like, "Hey!" And she just like pulled a gun and shot me, and I woke up and
That's
I was like
incredible.
mad at her. So every time, just like, but I really like her movies. I really like. She's my favorite in Buffy, so you know, you gotta have faith.
Nah.
And then I actually play games too, but not a lot because I've been busy.
That's not a reason. Oh, okay.
As Dante said, I played RE6 with him, so I don't have to go into that.
What? Wow.
You already did for me. I played a little bit of Last of Us, but I'm not allowed to talk about that.
What? Oh, yeah.
Sean told me I was
The least of us
Too
are
soon.
concerned.
the least of us. I just wanted
There's
to play
your
something.
machinima, the least of
virus.
us.
Yeah, there you go. With the second game, so it'll never come out.
Wow.
I bought and played Kerbal Space Program. Kerbal. It's a fun game where you build spaceships, and launch them into space. But like if you off-center your engine just a little bit, your thing can go all crooked right at launch, and then like it can fuck everything up. And you have to try to like explore space and go to the moon, which is called Moon, like MUN, because they're not actually on Earth. And it's really fun, but I haven't even broken atmosphere yet, so that's work in progress.
Broken ass. Fuck.
Atmosphere ass. And then I've spent most of my time playing Life is Strange because, yeah, I guess that would be under my updates. I'm working on my music video for Life is Strange, so I'm recording almost every cutscene, which means every
all of it.
Choices. So I'll do a whole choice, but yeah, I started off just going chapter by chapter or whatever, and then I realized, fuck it, I might as well just play through the game. So like I'll do the whole thing and go through the entire upsetting cutscene and then rewind and do it again.
We'll do what I do when it comes to Kate falling down, just like.
Oh yeah, Kate shows up and I'm like, get fucked, Kate. A lot of cutscenes I recorded, then I realized I was gonna make the video just basically like for the friendship between Chloe and Max. So I was like, fuck, I didn't need like half the game.
Wow.
So now I'm just transferring them, and I'm using a unique song that yeah, you'll know more once it's out. But
Is it Tattoo not gonna get us?
No, it's nope.
All the things you said, running through my
Well, first
head.
of all, it's
running
not
through
even
my
a
head.
song that you would know because my cousin wrote and sang it.
Oh.
He released an album in January, and I got his permission to make a music video with a video game because the set of the music sounds a lot like the background music from Life is Strange. Not the set, but the tone. So
That's perfect.
it's going to be a fun, interesting thing if I can actually get it done.
No, you will.
Oh, which it'll be a fun, interesting thing once I get it done.
There you go. Good job.
By next week. So yeah, that should be up by next week. He'll be the first one to see it before it goes up anywhere. But after that, who knows where it'll go?
Probably the trash.
Yeah. Wow.
Don't put it in the trash. That's
kidding.
stupid.
I'll
He says the
recycle it.
trash, but he means the Ward Productions channel. Anyway.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Way to change tones there.
I guess since we're on like updates here anyways, last Sunday I think the entire day was spent recording voices for something. It's all for two things, and I did the hardest one first, so that was an interesting Sunday.
Wait, which one was hardest?
So I can't go into
Charizard.
details, but I think it was Saturday night I recorded voices that required Charizard. That's all I'm gonna say. Charizard.
Oh, there we go.
And then Sunday was like a lot more lines, and I had no voice, so that was really fun.
It was only 49.
The issue was
There was 51.
wow.
They're all numbered, you ass. Yeah. The only one I could actually do was the choking one, so that was great.
Wow.
That's as far as we'll go because we don't know what the
Context.
project is, but
Nah.
and I'm gonna
I'm not even gonna go there. Nope.
I think that's my week because I don't remember anything else I did, so I'm not gonna keep thinking.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
That's good. We all did like recording this week. We all got some shit done.
We're
Most of
productive
us.
as fuck.
Award productives.
Ward productives. Wow, Sean. Sean.
Hey, you don't know what time it is.
What time is it?
Time for a noose.
Time for a moose. Noose.
Get
Time for
get
some
loose.
noose. Put on your Sunday shoes.
I got it.
He got it.
Boop. Yeah. I got
I
time to
got
get
it,
foot
but
loose.
fuck it.
Yeah, wow. All right, so it's funny because last night when I was trying to get stuff ready for the news, there was nothing, and then this morning when I woke up, the news was like, oh yeah. I have four things. It should fly pretty quickly because they're not very detailed. I just wrote more to make it look like that.
Wow.
Made the font bigger, you know.
We can start by the one that, first of all, is alleged. Second of all, everybody knows about. And third of all, if I was in the bathroom, I'd flush my toilet to tell you about it.
Wow.
The RE4 remake.
God.
Resident Evil 4 remake is rumored to have a fucking remake. Words.
Wow.
They're already remaking the remake. That's how. Yeah.
Sorry. What?
I fucked up and I'm going with it. So shh.
Okay.
There are rumors about the new remake project from Capcom being Resident Evil 4, which is stupid because it's already had an HD remake, but whatever. I know some people who like that game, so I won't shit on it too much.
Some people, it's like our
Like
entire audience, probably.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes, all
so-
27 viewers.
So Sean, once the Resident Evil 4 remake comes out, you can record it and then make episode 13.
Wow.
See, this is the joke I made earlier to Sean. It's
I
like you
know.
got to get episode 13 done before the remake comes out, so you got a year.
I'm gonna get fired
2
from the ward,
years.
so this is my last podcast, but
Jesus Christ, she goes
It's-
all out.
it's really hard to tell if this is official or not. I personally hope it's not, but you know, I know you guys probably do hope it is. I don't know.
Well-
What do you guys think?
I don't think it's necessary at this point.
Like, yeah, like at some point, yeah, but like to be the next one.
Like,
Yeah,
let's
we
go,
had-
Veronica.
Code Veronica, Dino Crisis,
Defend your honor,
Darkstalkers.
Sean.
Outbreak.
Yeah,
you know
an
what
actual.
they're planning here, right? You know they're trying something batshit crazy with the next numbered title with Resident Evil 8. They're doing something completely fucking off the wall crazy, and since that might not do very well or people might flip their shit over it, I say might, but they will.
Yeah,
But
they will.
to counterbalance that, they're gonna remake the most popular Resident Evil of all times
Resident Evil Survivor.
Wow.
to kind of like calm people down. It's like, oh, you didn't like Resident Evil 8, huh? Well, look at this.
Yeah. Oh,
Granted,
Resident
they
Evil
don't
8
fuck it up.
It's gonna
Right.
come with Resident Evil 4 remake as part of it. Like our
That would be fucking hilarious.
It's just like a fucking 8-bit side scroll with werewolves and Chris Redfield.
Wow.
Y'all wanted
That actually
classic.
sounds better than what I've read so
Jesus.
far.
Yeah. So what I read, I found this article on a website for Video Game Chronicles, VGC. I don't know this like source, this article site, whatever it's called. Company. There you go. So it's hard to tell if it's real or not, but they state that Capcom has greenlit the project. Again, alleged. According to the article, multiple development sources told VGC that the remake has entered the full production, and the estimated release window is 2022.
How can anybody put out a release date at this point?
Right?
Why even bother?
Right? I know this is all like the what ifs, but I wrote it down just in case. The development team being led by Osaka-based M2. What is that? It's a new studio founded by former Platinum Games head Tatsuya Minami. Minami. And yeah, it's apparently it's been preparing for the project since 2018. Isn't that when the original came out? Huh?
What?
Like,
I'm sorry,
not
what?
really, but it's such an old game that's gotten like a HD remake here and there that
And
it just
another
seems
HD
like
remake.
if you've been thinking about it since 2018, then you've been thinking about it since it first came out. It's like for 2 years now, I've been wanting to play this game I just downloaded on my PS4.
It's not the same.
So basically, this is some fan somewhere who went, oh, they're gonna, I would love to do that, and then just Capcom, but really my friend John said he's gonna do this. John Capcom Connor.
What?
John
What?
And again, according to this article, similar to how RE3 Remakes was directed by the company Redworks, Capcom's internal teams and other external studios are likely to lend significant development resources. Alleged. I want to say alleged as much as I can. So, Capcom Resident Evil 4 Remake alleged.
Right. And I really felt like the calming the tidal waves, as Shaun was trying to say, would have been better with Code Veronica versus Resident Evil 4, but I get that Resident Evil 4 is the popular Resident Evil title, given that it's been re-released more than 9 times, or about 9 times.
Yeah, the thing with 4 is like it extends itself outside of the Resident Evil space. Jesus Christ, I hit my mic.
Wow.
But like it's noted as one of the greatest games of all time, period. So like it's a much bigger deal than say Resident Evil 2. You know, in the survival horror and like the Resident Evil realm, that was a big one, and there was a lot riding on that. But like it's a completely different thing when you're talking about Resident Evil 4, because it takes itself outside of that space, and it's just on a completely another level. So, like, this could earn them a lot of favor, or it could really fuck things up, like, way worse than anything else could. Because, yeah, people are going to be expecting a lot more out of this game than they were with Resident Evil 2. So, and there's going to be a lot more eyes on this as well. So there's a lot more riding on it. There's a lot more pressure. Mm-hmm. And they're going to have to be very careful about how they approach this in terms of what are they cutting out, what are they changing. It's if they change too much, if they remove too much, there's a lot of people that are going to be ready to fucking jump all over Capcom. And these are going to be people that, again, are more mainstream game players rather than people that are, you know, in the survival horror space. So those people are going to be a lot less forgiving about that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. It could go really well for them. It could be the worst thing that they've ever tried to do, depending on how things play out. But
I mean, it was a game that they took 5 years originally to get right. And in the meantime, during those 5 years, they turned one into a spin-off. And then they had one character who looked like Leon, not look like Leon. Steve. And they just don't know what to do with Leon. Oh yeah, and let's not forget 3.5, where they had fucking Haunting Ground elements. Right, then they had Haunting Ground based off fucking, you know, tossed out concepts. So they had 2 games. Ooh, I gotta remember that. Because part of my updates I forgot to mention is I'm going to be making a satire ad about all of that and what things they might add in or what things they might cut. So I gotta record that sometime after this podcast. It's gonna be great. It may or may not be true of whatever I fucking say, but it's what we're thinking. They'll think.
It's funny. That is a good point too. Like they struggled so much initially putting this game together to begin with. So what's remaking that gonna look like?
More darkness.
Instead of saving Ashley, save Ethan
Oh my
Winters.
god, could you imagine if they took this opportunity to release one of the other versions? But updated?
Well, that's clearly Resident Evil 8. It's clearly that.
We're gonna have Ghost.
That would actually be fucking really cool. Because with a remake, like, it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't have to be canon. It doesn't have to mean anything. They could just be like, hey, what if?
Yeah.
Like, what a cool use of a remake that would be.
We'll make Ashley likable.
Wow. Or not have her at all.
That's what he said.
That's the only thing they changed. They just remove Ashley from the game.
Leon's just in a village.
10 out of 10.
Because...
Picking apples.
Yeah.
What?
Well, he's in a village. He's gonna pick apples from the orchards.
The dog will have more of a role. They'll give us.
You can ride the dog around. They made it an open world game, and you ride the dog around. And
the merchant gets included into the story.
You climb giant ogres, and you have to bring them down. Okay.
Okay.
Nobody's gonna understand that reference. But anyways, also just before we move out of this, it is worth mentioning too that the sources or whatever are supposedly coming from developers, like the development team that's working on this remake. This information is supposedly coming from them. So this is a little bit different than, hey, Dust Golem or whoever the fuck is leaking this information. This is theoretically coming from the source. So this has a little bit more merit to it than your typical leak. So that's just kind of worth notating there. And it's also they're saying that they approached Shinji Mikami, who obviously directed the original Resident Evil 4, and he decided to not be a part of it. They approached him. They wanted him to be the director. He declined, but he did give his blessing on the project. So, I mean, you can kind of take what you will from that. You could perceive that as either a good thing or a bad thing, because the fact he didn't want to, yeah, exactly. That could be like, I don't want to fucking touch that. Good luck. That's going to be a train wreck kind of a thing. Or it could just be like, he's doing something else and he reviewed kind of what they were doing and he gave his blessing. So, I mean, it could be a good thing or a bad thing. Who fucking knows? But it's cool that they supposedly approached him on the matter. If they did do that, that's pretty cool. And then just the fact that Platinum Games is supposed to be involved with this. They're a really good company. They produce really good games like Bayonetta. So the fact that people from that team are involved is good. I mean, that gives me some hope. It makes me wonder if that could influence the game being more action-oriented than it was originally, which could also be another bad thing. I don't know.
Controls like Resident Evil 6.
Yeah, no. I mean, at this point, it's already a fucking action game, so...
Right. At that point, like, I've made this argument before with Resident Evil 6. Resident Evil 6 feels like the direction they were going with Resident Evil 4 is just take it to the next level. Because if you're going to have, people, not like zombies or shit, just coming at you all fucking insane shit, having means to just get around and actually use your full body and fight. I don't know. It just made sense to me with Resident Evil 6's gameplay style, given how they approached 4 and 5 kind of thing. Yeah. They
could even make something like that work in Resident Evil 4 if they change the way that the AI works, make it more aggressive and make it, work.
Exactly.
Yeah, make those two things work hand in hand, put more enemies in there. Because again, this is an action game and they can, it still had elements of, Resident Evil and survival horror. As long as they keep that and they balance things out, they could make that work. But
they've proved it with Resident Evil 2.
It's a fine line.
I don't know. They proved they could do that with Resident Evil 2, but they've also shown us with Resident Evil 3 that there can be also a bit of a moment of approaching things. So that's why there's along with the fact that it's double pressure because it's Resident Evil 4, there's also the fact that now we have what we were given with Resident Evil 3. They're intended, this is what they plan to give us kind of game, to be a little bit on the worried side, whether they're going to do that same shit because they're so high off the RE engine that they forget what making a game is like, that, we might potentially get not the exact same quality of Resident Evil 3, but a form of it's great, but it's not the best, but it's also not completely shit, middle ground thing again. We don't want it there. We want it to be better kind of thing.
And that's the thing too. That can fly with something like Resident Evil 3 remake. That's not going to work with 4. You can't take a game of that caliber and make it acceptable. It has to make an impact. It has to be amazing. Otherwise, it fails. And that's the problem. That's what they're up against. And it's interesting too that you mentioned that, because going from Resident Evil 2 remake to 3, the only thing that they really changed in terms of gameplay was they added a dodge and they gave you more ammunition. So
And they removed defensive items too.
Yeah.
In favor of hold the button down.
Yeah. So very small, like on paper, very small tweaks that they made, and it was enough to radically change people's perspectives on that game. People saying, "Oh, it's not survival horror, it's too easy, blah blah blah, it's too action." They didn't really change a whole lot, and they crossed that line, and it completely changed perception of that game. So that's going to be something that they're going to really be struggling with for in a much bigger way. So I don't know.
Because
we'll see.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't think they can pull it off, to be honest. I hope they do, but I mean, I was doubtful on Resident Evil 2 remake, and the fact that they pulled that off was shocking. This, I can't see it.
With Resident Evil 3, we were already ready for it to be a little not the best, even when we got the news about it being more action-oriented.
Yeah.
We got to see that it was just exactly as we were fearing it would be. So we'll see. This is all alleged rumors, speculation talk, thinking about if it is true, this is what we think.
I feel like this is more likely to be true than what we've been reading about on Resident Evil 8.
Resident Evil 8?
Yeah. I feel like pieces of that are probably going to be true, but I feel like the Resident Evil 4 remake is more concrete information than pretty much any of that. So I guess that's good. I would rather have a Resident Evil 4 remake than all the bullshit we've been reading about Resident Evil 8. So there's that, I guess.
Yeah, no werewolves in there, just actual wolves.
Yeah, dogs. Okay,
dogs.
Get the fuck out of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flush. Still on Resident Evil.
I heard
still
you.
on the. Oh, shit. I'm losing my words. I can't even.
Lost in nightmares.
Losting in nightmares.
I'm losting my Still on the subject of Resident Evil. Resident Evil Resistance. So not really Resident Evil, but there's a new mastermind coming in May.
Is it Sherry?
Albert Wesker?
Nikolai.
Nicholas.
Nikolai. Capcom has announced via Twitter that in May of this year, so like June, Nikolai,
wow,
last name, will be joining the rosters as one of the masterminds alongside Alex Wesker, Annette Birkin, and some French guy. Because I don't know.
Some French guy
last name.
Yeah, you know, Genevieve.
Genevieve. C'est quoi?
Nikolai Genevieve.
Genevieve.
So, they're along on the flip side of this, because I don't know if you guys are like. First of all, I know how I feel about that game. I know Shaun loves it.
It's my favorite.
I won't touch it with a 10-foot pole.
What are your thoughts on Nikolai being a mastermind that you'll never get to play because mastermind?
Because you're never.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't fucking give a shit. I mean, I assumed he would probably be there. Well,
did you see how saturated his evilness was in the game? He's perfect to just constantly taunt at everybody.
Yeah, but that's Nikolai, right? Like, if there's anybody that could fucking taunt somebody for like 5 hours straight, it's Nikolai.
What I find interesting is that they announced, oh, Jill's gonna be the next survivor or whatever.
You beat me to it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's already out though.
But yeah, they mentioned that, and they mentioned Nikolai and plans for future stuff. But did they talk about a price? Of course not, because that's not important.
Oh, they didn't mention if it's a DLC or
nope.
If it's like, oh, add-on.
And since they didn't say this is going to be free, it's probably not going to be.
It's probably not.
It's not gonna be free.
Get out of here.
But yeah, as you said, Jill on the flip side is now available as a playable character equipped with the Samurai Edge and the Dodge.
Sorry to steal your thunder.
Her two weapons are the Samurai Edge and the Dodge.
And her Dodge is the more powerful weapon.
Yeah, because considering all the amazing skills the other characters could do.
Yeah.
Hit harder with melee.
Or yell really loud.
So is that is her Dodge going to be her fever move or whatever the fuck.
Her beaver move?
What?
Her beaver.
Excuse me?
Fever.
Her angry beaver move.
Oh!
Fever.
Real
With an
dangerous,
F.
especially living creatures. You know what?
Nikolai, I'm gonna thwart you with. Okay.
Take that, Nikolai. But along with this news, Capcom announced the roadmap for future content, which is there's more scheduled to arrive in June and July onwards. So every other month after July, obviously.
We'll see.
And like you said, they didn't mention any price, but so it's gonna cost you $20 for Jill and
$94.73.
They're gonna compete with Dead or Alive's DLC.
Yeah. Fucking
God.
$1,000 worth of content. Enjoy.
Alec told me about that, and then I browsed through, and I got so mad I had to stop.
What do you mean? We've been talking about that on the podcast for
I
like
know,
a
but
year.
he mentioned it. Beth was asking me about free-to-play games and shit like that, and like why are games so expensive? And then Alec mentioned that, so I had to go look, and both me and Beth were like, "Oh my fucking god!"
And it's not even a free-to-play game either.
Yeah,
It's
like you have to pay for the game too.
Uh,
But back to this.
Resident
Fuck, I'm
Evil.
lost. Hang on.
Resistance.
In relation to the
Nikolai.
Resistance news, Capcom also recently announced that a patch is coming with daily mission tweaks and more. After inviting
How much is the
feedback
patch?
from fans. Don't know. No, the patch installs itself. You just have to get the stuff for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought I could wear it.
They're gonna give you a free canvas,
Put
but
it
you have
on
to
your
pay
ass.
for it. And on the subject of Resident Evil, again, quote unquote Resident Evil, Capcom announced that Resident Evil 3's remake surpassed the sales milestone in 5 days. So, a sale milestone, it didn't surpass like sales of other stuff.
what does that mean?
Well, he went. So like it obviously didn't do really well for sales, but it surpassed the milestone, which surprised Capcom considering how much of a shitty start it had.
Wow, that's sad.
Yeah, in just 5 days though. So it was released on the 3rd, and in just a little over a week and a half, it shipped out over 2 million copies. So it hit the milestone of 2 million. But the game had a hard start because the physical copies were impacted by the COVID-19 and how people couldn't go to stores and buy it. So 50% of the sales came from digital purchases compared to RE2's remake, which sold over 6.5 million copies to date. So it's compared to, it's not doing so good. And it's hard for them to know. Well, obviously they should know because they're getting a lot of feedback. What's worse for the cause? Is it because it can't sell as many physical copies because of the COVID, or it's just because they fucked up?
Yeah,
They fucked up.
This should be expected for a couple reasons. One, I mean, obviously with the state of the world right now, they have to be taking that into consideration because to whatever degree it may be, this is impacting sales. Like, I mean, there's no way to know to what level. And then the second thing is going to be they had to have prepared that this was not going to sell as well as 2 because the original 3 didn't sell as well as the original 2, so why would it be any different here? It wouldn't make any sense. So they had to know that there wasn't as big of an audience waiting for 3 as there was for 2. And I would hope that they would factor that into their predictions for what this game was going to do sales-wise. If not, that's fucking stupid and whatever. I would hope they'd be smarter than that.
Like you mentioned, the original 99 sold 3.5 million in its lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
So like the fact that the remake is only at 2 million at this time compared to Resident Evil 2
start.
and its remake,
yeah, it's doing what it should.
But it did surpass 2 million to their surprise. So
that's good.
That's still kind of good.
Yeah, it sounds like it's doing better than they were expecting, which is good. That's how it should be.
The remake's having a rough start, so it's good that they're they got a little bit of good news to them.
Yeah,
it's fitting that it's literally like repeating the past kind of thing in some form of spiritual way, although subjectively maybe not as good as it should be. Like it should be more, but those little details.
Coincidentally, the game is selling almost as many units as people that have passed away due to COVID-19.
Oh my god!
Worldwide.
Oh my god!
Everyone that bought it has died. Okay.
Yeah.
They died on the inside.
It's the remake 19 virus.
Stop.
Remake COVID. Okay.
Video. I don't know. There's no saving it. Anyways, I just had that as a little addition to the Resistance thing because it's technically the same game. In other news, I have a not good news.
What? I'm shocked.
Oh boy.
Sony is to make massive changes to their PS5 launches. So, according to, do you know what a Bloomberg report is?
No. What?
It sounded like it was this big thing, but I don't know if Bloomberg is like somebody who writes reports. But anyway, Sony's planning to release fewer units of the PS5 in their first 2 quarters of launch.
Why?
Not only will people have to wait to get their hands on the new consoles, but the price is also going to go up significantly.
Why?
Yeah, so yeah, you would think there's a lot of speculations going around. So they're thinking like, yo, it could be because COVID-19 impacted Sony's production capacity, but however, it's because of promotional campaign that's taken a bigger hit. It's costing the company about $450 to make one console of the PS5 because of all of the the ambitious specs. Like it's got all these better parts and all these better features, and this is costing the company a lot more money to make than the PS4 and everything before that. And because of the scarcity of the components due to COVID-19, the production it's rising the price. So it's costing them more to get the parts that they're having a hard time getting, which is going to make them in turn have to raise the price of the console to match it. So they're raising the price of the console. So the PS4 was priced at $400 at launch, so we're looking at possibly $100 to $150 more than that for the PS5.
So,
and they're releasing less because it's costing them more to make it, so they're making less to start because they don't think it's going to sell as well with the stores being closed and people not being able to go out and buy one.
This is why they should wait.
There was talk about, delaying the launch, but because Microsoft has announced that they're going ahead with their planned launch for the Xbox Series X, Sony doesn't want to be, quote, late for the party. So if your competitor is going to keep going because they have the money to do so, why would you wait? Nah, let's keep going, but, fuck everybody.
They did it better long ago when the fucking, what was it, that one Sega console that was like about that 32, about that increased bit gaming, and they just went up and stated a lower price than that. $3.99 or whatever the fuck, however that story goes. They did it better back then. Now they're just trying to rush to be around at the same time and give people conflicting choices. With air quotes, I say that with.
Yeah, and they are worried to repeat history because in 2006, they launched a PS3 at $600. And this cost the company a fucking buttload because people were like, well, screw you, I'm not paying for that. So they're doing about the same thing, but now people aren't working, so they can't afford that console, which is why they're making less. But, they're making less and charging more, so they're just fucking themselves basically more.
Yeah, you're... Go ahead.
The other thing, though, about the PlayStation 3... though, on top of all of that, its big-ass price, was the fact that they used that cheap, they used something that was... The hardware that they made it out of led people to the yellow light of death because it didn't have, that proper something inside the system that prevents the thing from overheating or eventually dying. So, on top of the expensive-ass prices, people's PlayStation 3s would eventually die due to some poor materials that were inside. So...
Yeah, fuck. And then now if we run into issues with this new system and you need to, something happens to it and you need to replace it, are you even going to be able to get a replacement unit with lower numbers available and less capability for manufacturing? What's that going to look like? And then, like you said, just releasing a console like this that's going to be more expensive than originally anticipated in a market where people have either less income or no income at all. What are you expecting to hit sales wise? I mean, they're just setting themselves up for failure because, with their investors and whatnot, they're going to have these projections with growth and whatever. So they're going to be anticipating a large number of these being sold into a market that isn't ready to buy. So it's like no matter what they do, it's probably going to look like a failure.
Yeah.
So why
at
not
a high
just
price.
wait? That doesn't make sense. I mean, I get having like kind of being forced to release alongside Microsoft, but in the direction these consoles are going anyway, where everything's essentially the same and blah 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 and cross play and like it seems like right now they're more focused on just launching this new hardware and pushing the current generation into the new hardware. So
Yeah.
it's not even really that important to get the new hardware out right now anyways, because they're not focusing on the future and the future games right now. Like that's still a ways away even after they're launching these consoles. So it shouldn't even really hurt to delay anyways. It's just like Microsoft is saying, oh, there's not going to be a single exclusive game on the next gen system for 2 fucking years. Like, delay your system. What? Who gives a shit? 2 years from now, we're still not going to have an exclusive game for that system. We don't need the system right now. You don't have a market that's ready to buy this. Stop. It makes no sense.
Plus, like, what's the difference between hurting your company? Like, oh, somebody might go buy an Xbox because it's coming out first because we're taking more time with ours, or people just giving up on Sony because it's fucking $700 for a console with no exclusive games. Like, what's hurting you more?
Yep.
Like, the competition or you screwing yourself by turning your fans against you? Like, I don't know. I felt like this one was an important one because I know usually we have like Cody or somebody that's Xbox, and we have a lot of mix, so people have all kinds of consoles, and it's good to hear like your side, Dante's side, everybody's side. And at the same time, it's like, what the fuck?
Well, I don't have Xbox favoritisms. I was a Sony kid, so honestly, I do want to see Sony do good, obviously, but what you gonna do when they come for you?
Wow. And now more than ever, people would understand a delay. Like if there was any time for you to have a delay that would be forgiven, it's right fucking now. So why not lean into it? The choices that they're making make no sense. Wow.
It's not like people who are playing the PS4 and like I'm sorry, I'm looking at my shelf right now. There's a PlayStation 1 and a PlayStation 2 next to the PS3, next to the PS4. So it's not like I'm not using these consoles, so you don't have to release the next one right away. The other ones are still doing good. Like, people aren't going to be like, fuck it, I'm going to go buy an Xbox because PlayStation's taking too long to release the next console. No, like, we understand we're still playing. They're still making money on games and shit.
Well, even more than that, though, it's not even about like, oh, I need to run out and buy this new console. It's more of, I can't because I don't have a fucking job.
Exactly.
Or like, what even is the future? Like, what's the economy going to turn into? Am I going to have money? Am I going to have a job? Like, what? Like, I don't need to be spending six.
Question.
Go ahead, Alec.
So when it comes to talking about new consoles, I'm like, but what are the new games that people are going to be interested in buying the consoles for?
None, because they keep getting delayed.
Resident Evil 4 remake, Resident Evil 8.
Resident Evil 8.
Well, that's another thing.
Combo bundle.
There is nothing. There's not a single title out there that will justify you buying a new console right now. They haven't announced a single game between the two systems that's going to be exclusive on that hardware. There's literally no incentive to buying a new system right now.
Yeah.
And anything that is like all the highlighted games that they're talking about that will be on the next gen are also on current gen. So just why? Why would you buy it?
Why?
You're spending money that you don't need to spend for no reason.
Yeah, so that's
Stop it, guys.
that's important every time. It seems that every time we get a new thing about the PS5, it's not good. Either like the size, the price, this.
The limited games that will come out.
Yeah, and I did see pictures of the controllers, which last week I was complaining about, but it actually doesn't look that bad.
Just cancel both of them. Fuck it.
Yeah, release the controllers, but not the...
Yeah, just the controllers.
So we can have new remotes.
Wow.
That's all we can afford. $100 each. Let's do it. Yeah.
Perfect. Let's go.
Like $80 already, anyways.
Wow.
I have one more piece of news. I'll fly through it real quick because
Okay.
it's not really big. But I don't know. Do any of you play Monster Hunter World Iceborne?
No.
I haven't played Iceborne, no.
No, but you've played like the...
Yeah, I played a
one
lot of
that
the
we
original, yeah.
Well, this is for anyone who, any fans of Capcom's Monster Hunter World. Iceborne is getting a new update coming out next week, or this week on the 23rd, adding 2 very tough dragons, introduces the Master Rank. I'm going to butcher these names because that's all I do. The Master Rank Kulve Taroth.
I think it's Kolve Taroth.
There you go.
COVID-19.
Yeah,
Oh,
COVID-19. And Art
COVID
Temper
Terror.
Samuel.
COVID
as
Terror,
event-
that's what it is.
COVID Terror. That's probably its real name.
It's relative.
The update also includes new equipment to forge. So anybody who's like a fan, yes, there's still event quests coming out for what they call the Full Bloom Fest event. The ones that are temporary and you have to play them in the time that you don't have time to play them. And then you're too... Sean knows. Sean knows. For the first dragon, COVID-19 Terath, players will have a chance to slay the Elder Dragon and craft new Master Rank Hunter and Palico gear with the materials they carved from it, as it is with every other monster. The materials can also be used to upgrade weapons that are obtained in the sieges. And with the other one, it's the same thing. So... I don't know why I bothered. It's the same thing, and both new dragons will be available for a limited time as an event quest, which the schedule is found on the Monster Hunter website. For more information, you can go on Capcom's blog for more information on the Full Bloom Festival.
This one's for
Runs
you,
until
Shayla.
May 7th. This one's for you, Shayla. I know you're not listening, but Monster Hunter. She hasn't been on PlayStation in over 2 years. I don't think she's played Iceborne yet. Or according to my thing. I mean, you haven't either.
That can't be right. What? Yeah.
You haven't either because you're always offline.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. And that's all for the news.
I wanted to get back into Monster Hunter, but fuck it, because I wanted to get the Resident Evil 2 remake content that they put in there. But it's do I want to spend $40 on a DLC just to run around with Leon and Claire for 10-15 minutes?
Yes, you do.
I do, but should I?
Right now?
I've also been wanting to get back
exactly.
into that game.
I shouldn't do that now more than ever.
Yeah.
Never.
I was thinking about
We
that.
can't call this Worldcast now more than ever again. It's
Part
just-
2.
You know what, Sean? I've been wanting to get back on it because I remember that there's the Aloy outfit.
Yeah, that's been there since beginning.
But like when I was playing New Dawn, New Dawn Horizon Zero Forza.
Zero Forza.
I've been wanting to get back on it, so maybe after you're done not playing games, we should play that.
What?
Good game.
Whoa,
Good game.
wow.
You said you were quitting games, so we should start.
No, I'm
a new
not
one.
quitting games. I just need to scale it back. I need to refocus on word stuff.
Well, refocusing.
Refocusing. Is there a
Who is
reason for it?
English? What is this? Speaking of games,
Wait,
I know.
Wait.
I know.
Actually,
I got one
hold
thing
on.
real quick.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I have one too, actually.
Wow. Okay. Do you have one too, Alec?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Go for the hat trick. Okay, Sean.
Sean.
Mine's the one that you fucked up, the one that you forgot about. I'm
Ooh.
What?
just kidding. The
Two
ESRB.
boxes.
Yes,
Oh, yeah. I forgot about something. So, back to the news. Over to the
The
side.
fuck was that?
It was reverse in time.
Oh, yeah.
L2.
Wow. This is just a quick one. It's essentially just an update to the whole, like we've talked about several times, how, loot boxes and all this shit is considered gambling, and, should we put this in games because children and blah, blah, blah. And they were talking about implementing some kind of labeling on the packaging to indicate whether something has loot boxes in it. And they've officially done that, and the way that they're handling it is kind of shitty, I feel like. I don't really think it's portraying the right message, but They're under the rating where it gives you, your T for teen or whatever the fuck, M for mature.
T for tits.
It's going T for tits. It's going to, like, under the elements where it says like blood, gore, violence, whatever. It's going to have a new category that says in-game purchases. Or no, includes random items. That's what it is. So anytime there's like a currency that you can earn to exchange for items, or there's loot boxes or anything like that. So every fucking game that comes out now will have this, basically. They're going to have that listed under the content that's included in the game. So it's going to be like blood, gore, sexual themes, and includes random items. So I feel like
stuff.
And stuff. So I feel like it's not really informative enough, especially for parents or somebody that's not educated in the rating system and video games in general. I don't really think that it's really informing you enough to make a difference. So I don't really think it's a step forward at all. But this is the result from all that fucking complaining and, we need some kind of, whatever information, transparency. That's the word I was looking for. This isn't it.
My kid was going to spend all my money on some garbage.
Honestly, it should say, well, I don't know. I was thinking it should say gambling, but that could just be a theme. That could be like you can go.
Not a free-to-play game.
Like in Grand Theft Auto, you can go and you can gamble, but that's not necessarily gambling your real money. But I don't know how you should handle it, but I don't think that this is the way that you need to correctly. But it's whatever. Loot boxes and microtransactions and all that shit's not going away anytime soon. This isn't going to do anything to change that. Whatever. It is what it is, I guess. The struggle continues. Dante.
Yeah.
What you got?
This one I just saw passing by this week. I'm not sure if it was like there, or like widely known, but that was seeing news about more PlayStation 2 games ending up on PlayStation 4, and they've been testing out, and so far they have 54 games that they got currently working or whatever.
Total?
Total right now.
Gotcha.
And I can't find that particular news article, but I remember seeing that passing by, like thinking about that PlayStation 5 talk reminded me that, oh yeah, they're trying to bring PlayStation 2 games on the PlayStation 4 now. Because before, I don't recall seeing any PlayStation 2 games available on PlayStation 4. It was only on PlayStation 3. And for people like me who's trying to play some PlayStation 2 games on more advanced hardware for machinima purposes, that's great. But yeah, so far they're only testing 50, and I think they're trying to continue to go up further and get more games on there for more accessibility. Yeah, that was
less reason to buy the PS5.
Exactly.
They did start doing that a while ago. There are some PS2 games that are on PS4. There's not a lot, but I know like Indigo Prophecy is one of them. Final Fantasy VII,
Code
HD
Veronica
or whatever.
X.
Yeah, there's a handful on there, but I mean I like that they're putting up like slightly cleaned up versions of older games and they're attaching trophies to them. I like that. But they're all downloadable. Like I fucking want to buy a physical copy of these. So when they reveal these, it's like, oh, that's cool, and I would like to play that, but I'm not like I don't want to spend all this money on all these digital games because I don't want to do that. I don't like doing that. I don't like not owning these. I feel like I'm not putting these in a collection necessarily. I'm licensing for X amount of time these games, and I don't have a lot of time to play games, so it's like the bigger I build my backlog of digital games, the less likely it is that I'll ever even get to those before they potentially disappear. So it's like, why would I invest my money in that when it's kind of murky at best, where when I buy a physical disc, I can backlog that, and when I get time to play it, I can go play it and everything's great. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Getting a backwards PlayStation 3, but fix that the internal shit that makes it go yellow light of death, like what I'm trying to do, right?
If they could implement some way to integrate their whatever through a patch where they clean up the graphics and they add trophies, but you can pop your disc in and it like downloads a patch or something to play it that way, that would be amazing. But that will never ever happen. Some crazy shit like that would get me to upgrade to the next gen. But we're not doing that, so I don't got to worry about it.
Yeah, that was my news.
So yeah, we're gonna pass it on to Alec.
Who?
Who?
The evil British guy,
That fucker.
Oh, that guy.
the resident Brit.
Resident Brit. Wow.
Yep. Alec,
Yes.
the floor is yours, bitch. Friend.
Oh, wow, bitch friend.
Wow, bitch
I
friend.
mean, it's a nice floor. I mean, it's a shame about the body.
I made it
but-
myself. Thanks.
Out of
Right,
bubblegum
let's
pieces
play. Let's play for final time. Who wants to be a former millionaire?
Oh yeah, it was asked if to do the machinima.
Woo! Wait, what?
See, I don't know why you turned it over to me because I was like,
So you're running the machinima segment.
well, you didn't tell me that.
Oh
I
my
thought you-
god.
Sean,
Was this
remember
your
to
first
edit
day?
this out.
No, you keep it. You show them what.
All right, we're playing former
What I
millionaire
gotta
later.
do.
Let's do machini mini 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 mini.
This way his brother can hear. the mistake.
Wow.
Okay, let's do machinima topic between the lines then. So this is initially a machinima topic. However, if you guys, the listeners and viewers, like this idea, we can call it between the lines, and you can comment and quote lines from various machinimas you would like to hear the story behind the line and quote. So, for an example, shut up.
The story behind that one.
Yeah, it was
Is
Alec
shut
told me to shut up.
up.
So between the lines is where we pick a few lines from various machinimas, the ones we usually quote all the time from time to time. So, for example, Get Fucked Kate is from Life is Stupid machinima, or parody. The Get Fucked part was inspired from a Discord chat on here, whenever us guys would play online games. Suddenly I started hearing the guys saying "get fucked," and I was like, And for some reason, in Life is Strange, that all the parts of Kate, I'm just like, go away. And "get fucked" came into the mind. So yeah, that's why the "get fucked" like Kate came into existence.
I need to elaborate on what you just said after I stop choking on this raisin.
No, you can carry on doing
No
it.
eating on the podcast.
I am done. The get fucked thing actually started with Sean when we were
True.
playing Call of Duty World War II online, and I shot him, and he yelled "get fucked" because you sounded legit mad that somebody had killed you, and I just went no, and then you died realizing it was me, and then from that point on we just kept telling each other to get fucked, which became the national greeting of the ward.
The national anthem of the ward.
So to think that me shooting Sean in the back led to a line in a machinima.
Yep.
Wonderful. That's how our world works here. Ward.
Yeah.
But did Sean do it first in his duel, or did Alec do it first in his Life is Stupid?
Yeah.
Well,
Sean
no
would-
one's done duel for ages, so
Wow!
Get fucked.
Get fucked.
I feel like that was probably used in Duel before that, but I don't recall it specifically.
I always think of Get Fucked 4 Eyes from Shaun of the Dead.
It was in your last episode on
Every
oh,
time.
wow.
That's all I think.
Last time you used "get fucked" was actually episode 12.
Hmm.
That was actually the first time I ever heard "get fucked" getting used at all. Because we were watching when we were rewatching the series together. They're like, "There it is." I'm like, "Yeah." Get
okay.
So it was
So
me.
it's not anymore, bitch. Okay.
Wow.
So that's the example. Let's actually get into it. So in the residence, one of Jill's line is her screaming, "No, god damn it." Here's the quote.
I'm sure everybody knows
I
that.
don't remember that part.
No!
Wow.
God damn it!
So, Jazz, or Sean, since you're both part of it,
I wasn't
What?
part of the
what's
residence.
the
Wow.
You got the wrong.
No, I actually created Duel.
That shit was garbage. No.
Wow.
It was. It was just
what's
a
the story behind? No, god damn it.
I didn't know we were going this route. I wish I had more time to prepare because the majority of my shit is just like writing, like it wasn't inspired by life events or anything like that.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. I mean, I over exaggerate yelling on things sometimes, and it was like 20 years ago, so
Wow.
I don't exactly remember. But all I know is that Andrew did the writing, and I can't remember if that was a line he had originally just written. But like the blood on the floor is ketchup. Anyone who knows me knows everything has ketchup on it, including ketchup. So I think he just
Especially
wanted a
ketchup.
passionate, like, the monologue leading up to it was, I believe, what was my idea, where I said like, oh, like the whole time he's explaining it, you should have Jill like thinking like, oh, I hope this is ketchup, because that's what I would hope. And then gets super fucking shattered as soon as she realizes it's not ketchup. And that scream was just like a passionate scream about something not being what I wanted it to be. I don't know. That's as far as I remember. It was just like, I need you to scream and yell, no, god damn it, because Barry's supposed to get all Jill because she never swears, and then when the deal's not ketchup, she says god damn it, and that causes the whole thing. If the series had continued, it would have made more sense. Fortunately, it died like the ketchup.
It's never too
Damn.
late.
Well, it's not completely dead, is it?
You know what? Yeah. Right.
Wow.
Spoiler alert.
I still do that scream sometimes. And I remember when I first met Alec, his ringtone was that.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Like out of nowhere, I just heard myself screaming, and I was like, "The fuck?" And you're like, "That's my phone." I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Congratulations, Skippy. You got mail. No! God damn it. Skippy. Right, so let's move on to a Duel quote then. So, in Duel Episode 5, after the fight with Mendez, Dante thought he said, you fucking Pascade. But he says, you fucking pest.
Remember we
Here's
had
the
this
quote.
whole talk.
Yeah.
Here's the quote. Where is the quote?
On episode 5 of Duel.
Shut up. Here it is.
That guy was a bitch.
Great.
That guy
He
was a
cuts out
bitch.
right before he gets to the actual quote. Good job.
So yeah,
It cut out Alec, but we yeah.
Yeah, we
know.
people
We'll
can
edit
click onto it. It's fine.
There we go.
Yeah.
I said it was on episode 5. Fine. Okay, so sure. What's the story behind Pascade or Pest, whatever?
Pascade. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's. I wonder how many people actually mishear some of the lines throughout the show. I've noticed some people will like do a quote on a video and they quote it completely wrong, and I'm just like face palm. What the
Alec.
fuck? Yeah, Alex, one of them, and
I'm going to bring that up in a minute.
And clearly, so is Dante, because Dante.
He's dropping his wrong too. He's dropping his guard.
God damn it. Because yeah, Dante thought that he said that Mendez said what? Pascade?
Pascade, listen. This was 2007. I was 12 or 13. I had hearing for shit.
Well, I mean, you fucking passed Pascade.
What the fuck is a Pascade anyway?
Where did we go wrong?
Pascade is a real word, though.
No,
established it's a
but
restaurant
like,
in Paris.
what?
Yeah.
It's not even close. I know. But and that's why balancing sound effects and whatnot is very important, because you don't want to have the sound effects or the music or whatever overlapping. You don't want to have too much dialogue going on at one time, because it makes it hard to hear shit. And again, episode 5, older episode. So, I mean, that one in particular, though, I feel like that's a you thing, because there wasn't really a whole lot going on. You had the fire. The fire was a little loud, I guess, but I feel like that came across pretty clearly. But
Clearly not. Yeah.
Dialogue not clear. Sean blames Dante.
Wow.
Oh, it's clearly your fault because you fucking listened.
I didn't
Get
fuck up. You
fucked,
fucked up.
Dante.
Yeah, get fucked.
Wow.
But yeah, and you try to make things as clearly spoken as you can, I guess. But depending on what's going on too and the emotion, sometimes lines can run together a little bit, I guess. But again, that wasn't one of them.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I forgive you. But yeah, that's all that was. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Some people just can't use their ears.
Wow.
Speaking of not being able to use ears, let's go to the next one from Raccoon City Stories, where he and Dante are convinced the line from Marvin says, "Turn the jazz music back up, motherfucker."
No.
Here's the quote.
Bye! Wait, turn the jazz back up, motherfucker!
Jam.
It sounds like jazz!
It's clearly turn the jams back up, motherfucker.
No.
Jams.
Jazz!
Jams.
God damn.
That sounds nothing like me.
You guys just you're so used to being around jazz that she's influenced you.
This was way before you met jazz.
Yeah.
Just accept my reason.
2008. No.
I'm hopping on Sean's reason of everybody's used to turning jazz's volume down. So
Wow.
Wow.
I am.
What I said.
I had to turn you up.
As you know, as somebody who's named Jazz, I did not hear my name there. I heard Jams with an M.
For me,
it's obviously not jazz music.
yeah, for me, I mean, since I was not only part of it, but I fucking said the line. Like I hear it, but even removed from it, like recording that forever ago and hearing it now, it sounds very clear to me.
Jams.
Jams.
Well,
Turn
you.
the jam. Wow.
Yeah. Get fucked, third world cut
We
draw.
hear
Wait.
what we want to hear. Everybody wants to hear jazz. Oh, yeah, countries.
I'm still going to quote it as jazz music because it's just more funnier.
Wow.
It's not
I see.
jazz
You
music.
think you can do a better
It's
job
more
than me, you
funnier.
fuck?
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm
Was it
gonna
the liquor
when
stone?
The
Liquor
stone?
we would liquor throne. Listen, okay, Sean. I was gonna have you in RA2 as Marvin, but you know what? Because you confuse us, I'm gonna make Alec Marvin now.
Wow.
And he'll still be
And he'll say jazz instead of jams for you.
exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Get fucked.
Wow.
Okay. So my final one, because I expect other people might come up with other ones. And if you want to come up with quotes that you're not sure about, or you just kind of want to come up with stories, then write them in the fucking comments, people.
Wow. Aggressive. Wow words. Aggressive much?
We'll
Doesn't
get
matter what
one
you say,
comment
they'll
that
hear what
says
they want.
awesome.
Wow. Danielle. Thank you.
Please explain the line between awesome.
I did like that last week. It came up with like one of the answers is amazing, the first one. And what does she fucking write?
She said
Fucking amazing.
Danielle's beautiful. But
Okay,
hey,
so
you fuck. You gave me 2. Where's Dante's?
what do you mean? What do you mean?
He's the one who mishears the lines.
What?
Yeah, but you
I'm
didn't-
sorry,
you
Sonny. What did you say?
You didn't bring up anything out of his machinimamas.
I am about to click it, you dick.
Really?
It sounded like you were wrapping shit up.
No, I
Rapping or jazzing?
Get the fuck
Right,
out.
shut the fuck up. Right, anyway.
Oh boy.
Rocking.
Here we
Shut
go.
up.
That's not for
Okay.
my spoon.
No. Okay. So, Dante, gotta ask, how many times does
The man!
come up in the script?
Listen, I didn't have an answer for you when you were pulling your with your fucking quiz game. I don't have an answer for you now.
Well, I thought you should.
Even if I try to like control F it, the problem is I put too many A's and they vary on the amount of times James says the man. But at least there's almost one for every time he speaks to somebody.
Okay, so what was the reasoning behind the man being said so many times?
Okay, well, the origin of the man was when I was actually playing Silent Hill 2 back in 2013 or 2012 on the shitty HD remake. I guess, I spout some shit, just like how I was for the Resident Evil 2, but this was before I was trying to make a spoon. So when I saw James put his hand in front of the mirror and did that thing with the thing, I was just like, I'm the man. That's what I was thinking about.
Would you say that he's the jazz man?
Shut the fuck.
He's a jams man.
So, yeah, I basically just took that one moment where I made that comment and really wanted to keep that into the spoon. So after that, I was just like, you know what? James is the man. So I tried to, throughout the spoon, just make it, James be really amazing and the man. That's literally it. That's all the origin story was. One Twitch stream long ago.
In a galaxy far,
Is it one take
away.
that you replayed, or did he say it every single time?
Oh, I said it every goddamn time.
Every goddamn time. Yeah. Because there's different ways that he says the man. Like sometimes it's in the middle of the line kind of thing.
Wait, are you saying to me that it sounds like I deliver it the same exact way every fucking time, you shit?
No, Jazz hasn't actually watched that one, so...
I did.
Oh, you did?
I did when we were on your stream thing, but the thing is, like, I could hear it from one time to another and not actually remember what it sounded like. But that's why I was wondering, I'm like, so he would have written the man on the script every single time it comes up. So I was like, does Shaun record it every time? Because that'd be pretty cool. But at the same time, if you didn't want to, it would be also cool if you used the same one. But I couldn't remember if it was different or not. So
no, the only time I ever did that was mainly with like any of the what lines, because sometimes there's just that one take. I know you did, but there's always one of those whats that is perfect for the pacing.
Yeah. No, I do that too.
Yeah, so
what's
like just like that line when you fight Mendez's not Mendez, Salazar's little cockroach
Pascade.
thing. You're like, you got the fucking oh fuck you, ow fuck you. You used it twice in simultaneous, literally a few seconds apart.
I've done that.
Wow. But yeah, that's the origin of the man. The other thing that stayed from the Twitch stream was also killing Eddie with Pyramid Head's great knife, because that was amazing. I needed to keep that. That's it.
In the dual remake, I'm gonna change Mendez's name to Pascade.
That's amazing.
I'll voice Mendez too on top of that. You fucking Pascade. No, don't. Shh, don't do that.
I didn't think about that.
No, don't do that.
Oh, fuck.
Well, that's everything I got for now. But as I said, if people want to do some more quoting thing, write the quote into the comments and state what episode or what machinima it comes from, so I can find the quote for you and we can talk about it, and I can stab Shaun.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm pretty jammed about it.
Wow.
Jam you up with Jazz. Wait.
I'd like to point out to you guys that I just changed my Discord name to Jams.
It says Jazz to me.
I'm gonna change mine to Pascade.
I hate both of you. just fuck you. Fuck you very much.
Did anyone else have an machinima topic, or shall we move it on?
I am blindsided by this whole thing because we had talked about a completely different couple of topics previously, and
yeah.
But that's okay.
We can do that next time.
Yeah, we'll do it next time. We're already going to be running pretty long this episode.
At least we didn't Matt Damon Dante again.
Yeah, we did it.
Wow. Yeah, thanks.
And we'll save them. Because I don't know if Dante, if you're going to be on next week, probably not. But if you're not on next week, then we'll. Oh yeah, I already have next week filled. Never mind. But anyways,
it's me.
Next time you're on, that's when we'll use it, so that we're not.
That game
dodging
that I just
you again.
last night.
No, we're still going to do the games. I'm just saying, as far as the machinima topics go, we had two. I thought we had two planned out, so we'll keep those kind of set aside for when you come back, because we always somehow we end up not getting to it when you're on the podcast, and then we do it when you're not here, and then it's like, oh, we're doing it on purpose. But
yeah, I don't know. Did
not.
you purposely give it? Give it all to Diz. That's
it out. And she's the one that's like, no, don't.
Irony at its best.
It's ironic.
So I don't know what we have time. I don't know if we have time for all the games.
We're doing it. Fuck it.
Okay, we're doing it. So I'm gonna give Alec a break.
We'll do it live.
Gonna give Alec a break and go to Shaun.
Me.
Dante.
Shaun Dante?
Shante.
Shante? Well, technically speaking, it is sort of
half Leon Hero.
Yeah, it's half Leon Hero. Is that what we're calling it?
For the four of you guys that got that joke. There you go.
Wow.
What?
Exactly.
What?
Shantae, half Leon.
I feel offended.
Okay.
It's French for sing.
It's a video. Okay, it's fine.
So this is the one that we worked on, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I made up this game last night, which I briefly told y'all about, but I don't know which one to call it. I don't know which one to call it, whether it's Shaun or Dante or Duel or Spood. But I like. Wow. No, we'll call it Shantae's Duel or Spood. Ta-da! Official.
Call it dude.
A fish, dude.
What? Wow, that's funny.
Wasn't that like the name we were gonna give our fucking crossover thing when we were still talking about it? Yeah. Okay, fine. It's dude. So the goal of dude is Shaun and I, despite the fact that we do have our own respective styles of doing the Resident Evil 4 parody, we still had some similarities, whether that was intentional, accidental, or a love letter. Hi. So it's a showdown between Alec and Jazz. We're gonna be saying like we're gonna split it between 4 because we came up with 4 things. We're gonna say like a moment in the Spood, not like or parody. Like for example, like had an annoying song that annoyed Leon in the car ride as an example, and you're gonna have to figure out whether it's Duel or Spood. And this is mainly specifically towards who did it first kind of thing. Not
and
as
for an RE4 parody.
Yeah, some of these are kind of they can be trick-ish because like some of them may apply to both potentially, but you know.
But one of
like I haven't seen.
What's the source?
RE4 parody.
Wow. Yeah. You didn't see it.
Oh yeah, no pressure. It's down to me.
I'm so hurt.
Well, here's your chance to prove how well you know my Resident Evil 4
It's okay because I don't remember half of Duel anyway, and I misheard half of it. Oh wait.
Wow. God, there are so many shots fired today. I think we're like fucking Swiss cheese.
I was channeling Alec.
Well, they're not getting
infusing.
There's no shootings in school anymore. They have to get fired somewhere.
Oh, shut up.
Dual shootings.
Now more than ever, we need to be positive.
Okay. All right. So, who wants to go first?
Jazz.
Alec.
Shaun, who do you want to go first?
Alec.
All right, Alec.
Fuck you, Jams.
So I'm picking these. I'm officially picking these at random. So this moment, plays video games in the monitor room. Duel or Spood?
So which one did it first?
Yes.
So I know it was Metal Gear Solid 4. I can't remember if they did one in Spood, so I'm gonna say it's Duel.
Yeah, it's Duel.
Good job.
Let's go. Good job. Okay, Jazz. Here we go. Next one. Bitches about how he loves his job. Duel or Spood?
Again, I've seen one. And I can't remember if he does or not, but he does say it, I think, in Duel, because Shaun hates his job. So Duel?
It's Spood.
Okay.
I know, I was actually going to ask Shaun himself, he's like, I know Leon bitches about his job, but
he hates
I think
his life.
Shaun specific, yeah.
Yeah, it's reverse. My Leon bitches about how he loves,
But sarcastically, like,
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, Spood Leon specifically said, you know, I really love my job, kind of thing.
This is entirely a game of guessing.
It is.
And I got it wrong.
Well, it's okay.
I had a 50-50 chance.
All right, Alec.
Mm-hmm.
This one is making a Prince of Persia reference.
Right, I haven't ever played the games, but whatever. I'm going to probably go with Spood.
Spood? Wow.
Well, that was games.
Jesus. Well, yes, that's correct. Because I have to really look at like the release date for these. In the scene, it was when Leon dodges the lasers. He's like, Prince of Persia, don't feel me now! As he runs up the fucking wall. Shaun's version was getting Leon killed by Krauser and then using the Sands of Time to reverse it. To be honest,
What's
it's
funny
better.
is when I wrote that, it was relevant. Like Prince of Persia was known, like it was around, and people would have really recognized the joke because it was topical. But by the time
Right.
I actually got to doing the episode, not so much. It had
Yeah,
kind of
clearly
died
not.
out a lot, which is sad.
Really died out. Yeah. Shitty
Poor
Disney
Jake
movie.
Gyllenhaal killed it.
But
Okay,
that's
PlayStation 3 game.
sometimes you'll see like an older joke in some of my stuff, and that's sometimes it's intentional. Sometimes it literally was written when it would have made sense, and I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. It's still funny. I'm keeping it.
It is still funny because, like, it's such a reverse. It's like that's what I found funny, but I never would have clicked it as another reference to a video game.
Yeah, that's Prince of Persia. The fun game about redoing everything you fucked up on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just-
Jazz. Yeah, wow. Jazz. This one has a random joke about an annoying YouTuber.
Yeah,
I
I don't know.
love the Covenant.
Which one?
Duel? Huh?
That's right.
Hey.
Shaun, explain this one because I actually don't fucking remember where you pulled that one from.
His ass.
Wow. Kinda. I don't even remember how I came. I think it just okay. So it's for one of the Paul guys. I don't even remember. I think it's Jake.
Jake Paul. Oh yeah. I remember that one. Go
Yeah,
kill
and
yourself.
I think his stupid fucking music video or whatever popped up on my
It's every day,
recommended
bro.
feed for something, or maybe it was just
Oh
on the
my God.
homepage or something. And I just saw it, and I'm like, oh God, what is this? I need to look at it because it just looks so bad. And I listened to it for like 2 seconds and was disgusted, and it rubbed me in such a fucking irritating way that I had to make fun of it in some way, so I put it into Duel. And yeah, one of the soldiers starts singing that. I think it's in episode 12. He's like singing that in the background, and one of the other or soldiers, not villagers, one of the soldiers is singing that, and then another one tells him to shut the fuck up
And kill himself.
yeah, go kill yourself.
Okay. All right, Alec. This line.
Ironically,
God
real
damn.
quick, sorry, that would have
Wow.
actually fit into Alec's thing about, is there a story behind such and such? I just thought
Right.
that was ironic. Anywho,
Don't you think? This line.
Yeah, carry on.
The line, God damn, anything goes with this fucking radio. Duel or Spood?
Speed.
Okay. That was the first one that I was thinking about because I remember Shaun was talking about, like, that's so Duel, Leon, right there. And I'm just like, yeah, I did. I did it for my final episode that got released. Shaun.
Wow.
Where's the gun sound?
Get fucked. Okay. All right, Jazz.
Wait, so did you look at that right?
Yes, you got it right. I did
Yay,
it
3
first.
out of 3.
no, he just likes.
I
and
got the
watches our
platinum.
content.
What? That's not that kind of game.
Hey, wow.
All right, Jazz. This one referenced the sequel movies, like the
What's
CG
sequel
movies, like the CG Resident Evil ones.
Damnation.
I don't know, Spood.
Aw, thanks, but Shaun did it first. He released it in his episode 9 of Duel, where he was just bitching about the job, and then he's like, not going to do it ever again, and then there shows up these CG movies in 6.
Without any breakfast.
I did it. I did that in the last episode of Spood, and it was via Hunnigan just talking about, like, oh, maybe later you'll be in an airport, or you'll be in Russia, and this shit will happen. And I'm just like, yeah, I did that last. Shaun did it first. Okay. All right, Alec. We got 3 left. This person remade their first episode.
Nah.
It's going to be difficult because I only watched your Spood like a couple years ago, so I don't.
Oof.
Knowing you, like how you like to remake things, it's probably you.
You said that I did it. You said that I did it first.
Yeah.
Well, you technically, according to the release date of Spood Episode 1 and Sean's Episode 1 for the dual re-release, yeah, you're right.
Yes.
I was hoping you'd get that wrong.
It was only by what, like 8 months or something?
Something around those lines, yeah.
They were fairly close.
Yeah. It was the season of redoing.
I guess so.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Jazz. This one wants Lewis dead.
Wants Lewis dead?
Yeah. Like if he dies, they don't care.
Duel?
Yeah.
Go to the light.
Yeah, Sean did that first. Sean did that first. I liked it so much that I sent a love letter when I did it.
Aww.
I'm full of love letters. Ta-da. Well, good job, Jess. You got 2.
Why are you turning into Brendan?
Because I'm gonna take over your role.
I like that.
We don't need 2.
Wow.
All right, Alec. This is the last one.
Okay.
They're immune to explosions.
I could answer all of Alex.
Damn.
That's the way the cookie crambells.
Fuck the cookie.
Bells.
I nearly said Spood, but I'm going to go with Duel.
Well, if Jazz didn't say anything, he probably would have said Spoon. But that's correct. It's Duel. I don't remember the exact thing, but yeah.
Resident Evil 4 parodies can suck my dick.
Wow.
Jesus.
That was in the very second episode. No, it was the first one. Yeah, when it was. Oh God.
Well, Leon ran into
you have to understand that for me, it's complicated to determine the earlier episodes, like what episode is what, because there's the original full episodes, and then there's the cut up episodes that I had to do to put them on YouTube before they had the longer run times where you had to what was the maximum was like 5 minutes or something like that.
Yeah. So it used to be 10 minutes to 15 minutes.
Yeah, so I had to chop them up. So now it's like, was that episode 1 or 2? Who fucking knows? But anyways, it was earlier on, and Leon runs into the tripwire and it blows up, and he makes the reference about the anti-explosion cream he got off eBay.
Yeah, that was it.
But it could also be main character shields, but I did it first.
Oh, okay. Main character shields, of course. It's shields OP. Well, that was the game. Alec got 5, Jazz got 2. It would have been reversed if I did everything in a different order, but that's the way the wind blows. Any way the wind blows.
Doesn't really matter.
Doesn't really matter. The points don't matter anyways.
To me.
So Sean.
Hello.
What do you have on the table?
On the table.
On the
I have a full house.
The table. Okay. I don't know how this is gonna go, but we're gonna do it and see what happens.
Okay.
So my game is called One Word Musical.
Oh no!
So you're encouraging lyrics?
It's an improv game where we make up a song around a specific theme, one word at a time. So I'll start off, and then we'll go around in a circle. So it'll be me, Dante, Jazz, and then Alec, and then we repeat that cycle to form a song one word at a time.
Is that going to happen for the entire track you gave us?
No. It'll probably run like a minute, maybe. We'll see how it goes.
Wait, I have to pull up the.
It could end immediately, depending on how terrible we do.
Wow.
Yeah.
But no, I have faith in us. Otherwise, I wouldn't have brought this up at all.
Okay. So Sean starts. I go second. Jazz is third.
Scroll all the way up
to find the track.
Yeah, I have no idea. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's right below your Jill impatient picture.
So my laptop might crash on this, but.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, we can fix it through the power of editing.
Yeah.
So wait, what are we doing? I don't understand.
So basically, Sean's gonna say a word, and we're gonna continue that, and then you're gonna continue that. It's like that one word channel you guys basically have, the one word story.
But we're singing a song, basically.
We're gonna sing?
So no, you don't have to necessarily, like, you can carry a tune if you want to, but it can just be, we're doing the words to the music as if it were a song, but you don't have to necessarily sing it.
Is that why you wanted to us listen to the piano thing?
So that you understand what you're getting yourself into before we get into it.
And we're talking about what?
So the topic is going to be, or the theme is going to be Jill Sandwich. A song about Jill sandwiches.
Oh, fuck me, Jelly.
What's the order again?
So
Shaun, Dante, Jazz, Alec.
Yeah.
So you're after me, Jazz.
Just say words, it'll be fine.
Wow.
Yeah, and
you're just gonna say "and" every time.
And
the pretext filler. Okay, so we'll do it on 3 then. Okay.
I haven't got the
ready?
song linked up. Hang on. Hold on. Squeezy.
Jesus, Chris.
Oh God.
Okay, I've got it. Okay, so 3, 2.
Wait,
everybody needs to be mentally prepared for this.
I'm not mentally prepared, but
Is anybody?
All right, we'll do it on 3. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
I
love
eating
sandwiches.
They
taste
bad.
Really
bad.
Man.
But
then
I
vomited.
What was that?
It was
Okay, shit
on
Barry
that
I
wanted
more.
I'm so confused. Then
I
okay.
That was then with an A.
we started strong and then it derailed. I don't even know what that song turned into. It started to make no sense.
Eating sandwiches, loving it, vomiting it, and then shit on Barry. Ta-da.
Ta-da. Good job, everybody. We did terrible.
It indeed lasted about a minute.
Yep.
It was a bit hard to hear because I was listening to the music and trying to hear everyone saying.
Wow.
What?
Well, you gotta adjust your volume.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't know. You literally just gave us like 5 seconds to do this before we.
Well, that's why
Wow.
I was gonna bring it up beforehand, but Jazz is like, surprise, and I was like, okay.
I thought it was a question.
Don't listen to Jams.
Wow.
Listen to Jazz.
But I think that one has potential. We'll bring it back now that you guys know how it goes.
Great.
I think we can do better. I have faith in us.
Faith.
You gotta have faith.
Okay.
Let's go wash your hands from all that
Yeah,
shit.
let's go down to Alec for some mouthwash.
Alright, let's do the very final former millionaire.
Yeah.
The final episode?
Yeah, it's the final one because every other contestant's played, I mean, even Diz, but yeah, Diz played.
Wow.
She's still mad about that.
Okay, so can the real Jazz Rich please stand up?
No.
I said, can the real Jazz Rich please stand up?
No.
We're gonna have a problem here. Anyway,
Oh, no.
we left the worst for last. It's Jazz Rich. Jazz, here's your lifelines. 50-50. You get $50 and lose $50.
Nice.
Call a friend. Your friend is Paul Haddad.
Oh.
No.
Mm.
No.
I have sound clips. it's not that tragic, all right?
So it's Leon.
Leon's
pretty
love
much.
story.
Too soon.
And finally, ask the audience, which consists of women having an orgy.
Wow.
I mean,
Where
what
was
more
this?
could you need?
Where was
Okay.
this during my
Better not
time?
have sound clips.
Oh, I do.
Oh no.
Fuck, Alec.
Okay. Question 1. To lose 1 million pesetas, answer me this. If you want to be my lover, you have got to give me what? A. A dick. B. Money. C. Spice Girls album. D. HIV.
Wow.
Wow.
A dick for 500, Alec.
That's correct. You want to be my lover, you have to wear a dick.
Been
Okay.
waiting for episode 1 to do that.
Okay. Question 2. To lose 1 million zenny, answer this. It's money. Okay. How will Shaun die next week? A.
Wow.
By coronavirus.
Yep.
B. By watching his own videos.
Wow.
C. C. By walking on sunshine.
Whoa.
D. By
Wow.
getting stabbed in his sleep by Dante Comstock after a lover's crawl.
If
I'm
you said
gonna
is, I would say.
I'm gonna go with answer F. He's trying to stab you for that, and accidentally stabs himself.
Sounds
Damn.
accurate.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. To lose 1 million people, answer this question.
Wow.
Wow.
Where's your filter?
I've lost it.
It's in the coffee machine.
He's evil.
Okay, question 3. Do you really want to hurt me? A.
No. Yes.
I want to make you cry. B. Yes, with my knife. C. No, I love you. D. There is no D answer.
B, but with Shaun's knife after he accidentally stabbed himself with it.
Wow.
That way his blood is in your blood, and then he killed you.
With Corona.
With Corona.
Is that like a piranha?
Corona.
A
With the
piranha
dragon
with
virus.
coronavirus. Corona.
Dragon virus.
Okay, shut up. Okay.
Wow.
Regis is a dick.
I know, what a fuck.
To lose 1 million bicycles in Beijing, answer question 4. What does SD in SD Perry stand for?
Suck dick.
A. Stop dancing. B. Sexual desire. C. Shaun's dick.
God damn it.
How dare you rope me into this?
Shaun's dick.
He says this now after the other former questions.
Ow.
Yeah. It was okay with dying, but dick. Okay, D. Super duper.
I want to buy a vowel. I mean, I want to ask Leon.
Okay, let's ask Leon.
Ben, you made it. It's good to see you're still among the fire.
He's got more to say.
Look, Ben, as a human, it's my job to crawl with zombies.
Jeez.
What?
I wanted to answer Shaun's dick, but I also know that Alec put a lot of work in the voice clips, so I kind of wanted to give him the option to use them.
Oh, look at you being thoughtful.
I really didn't put that much. It was
Wow.
Anyway.
Okay, then I take it back. Fuck you, Shaun's dick.
okay.
Wait,
correct,
what?
it is Shaun's dick. Shaun's dick, Perry.
You're making it.
Okay. To lose 1 million subscribers, answer question 5.
Jesus Christ. I don't even have 1 million
Is
subscribers.
this even about money anymore?
No. What is the correct answer to question 6? Is it A?
5.
Shut up. Is it A. Dante Comstock? B. Jazz Rich? C. Shaun Clark? D. Alec Funnell?
None of the above. A, B, all of the above.
Okay.
Do we know what question 6 is?
What?
Okay, you said all above. I will take that answer. And question 6 is, who plays with themselves during the podcast?
Ah!
Clearly Alec.
Clearly.
Fuck!
Okay. to lose 1 million cat lives, answer question 7. What does RPD stand for? A. Really pretty diseases. B. Red pink donkeys. C. Real poo desires. Or D. Whiskey Polish doctors.
I mean, can I say what it actually stands for?
Got it.
Retarded puzzle department.
Obviously.
Wow.
Yeah.
Correct.
But also the one with the poop and the donkeys.
It's got a double meaning.
It's the double standards.
Okay. Question 8. To lose 1 million fucks, answer this question.
I already
What
lost
is-
Does that turn you into a virgin again?
Well, it doesn't do that to me.
Wow.
What is the best Twilight? Is it A.
Neither.
Twilight Zone?
Neither.
B. Twilight New Dawn Part 2? C. Legends of Zelda Twilight Princess? Or D. Bill Murray?
Bill Murray.
Correct. Okay. To lose 1 million gold rings, answer question 9. How much do you want this game to be over? A. Oh God, please let it end. B. Thank fuck this is the last former millionaire. C. I miss sexy zombies. Or D. I'd rather play Resident Evil 7.
Damn.
Can I do 50-50?
Yeah, sure. So here's $50, and I'll take that back, please.
Nice. Just like the government.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the answer is whichever one is worst.
Wow.
That's Resident Evil 7.
God damn it! Why did you give him that?
He gave it to himself.
Okay. Finally, to win 1 million pennies, answer the last question.
$10, isn't it?
Okay, thanks for playing. Who wants to be a former millionaire?
Oh, but we never got to ask the audience.
I didn't want to.
Oh, damn it.
Well,
Can I ask the audience?
We don't need that.
yeah, why not? Let's ask the...
God damn it.
So, Shaun, this is your sex life at the moment.
Yes! Yes!
Thank you, playing. Who wants to be a millionaire? Now that you're all broke, I'm now rich. So, see you guys later. Bye!
Average?
He's Alec Rich now.
Jam's rich.
Truly, the gay husband, as we joked.
I'm
The
rich.
husband.
James rich.
Husband,
Husband.
husband, and wife.
So I got a little thrown off. Did anybody else have any games?
No.
I think
Nope.
that was it.
That was all the games? I mean,
Yeah, we did.
that's I had a lot
Yeah.
of games.
Yeah.
Have we
Yeah.
did
nobody
jam-
else-
Jam-packed
to
episode.
add. Turn the jam.
action packed?
I do want to point out that I realized during this podcast that, ironically, my primary music provider is Epidemic Music.
Whoa!
Oh my god! You
Dance
fuck.
epidemic tonight.
I mean, at least it's not pandemic music, but still.
Yeah. Could
Not
be
cool.
worse.
You fuck!
Yep.
Why, Corona? Hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey. This has been a fucking mess. It's been fun. This has been episode 82. Thanks for
82.
visiting us at a safe social distance. And we hope you had a great time like we did. Which it doesn't sound like it, but we did.
What?
Yep.
We just like to yell at each other is what we do.
Get fucked.
And you gotta keep safe during this apocalypse. And what? Did you say cake?
I said, okay, fine.
I heard cake.
No, you can't hear.
Oh,
If you
shit.
like, if you like what you see or hear and you want to help the content grow, you can support at patreon.com/thewardproductions, and you can get some nice little over what? If you want to join in on the conversation, ask any questions, you can do so in the comment section below. You can tweet Shaun, he might listen, at the Ward Pro, or you can go at the contact page on the /word
/dash.
the-word.com. And there's a chance that we'll pick your comments to read on the show, and if so, be creative about it if you want to have some fun, basically.
Yeah.
And thanks for joining us. Have a wonderful week. Stay safe. Don't do drugs unless you have to. Don't drink and drive. because you'll spill your drink and the car cleaning companies aren't essential, so you'll suck. Wow.
Fucking.
Have a great Pascade.
Wow.
God fucking damn it!
Bye.
Bye.
Teleportation!
Can you end every episode with